A voice barks orders for everyone to get dressed immediately. We're to assemble at the Demon Heaven Hall right away. I've been undercover in the Demon-Subduing Sect for almost 3 years now. 3 years, and I can retire and live out my days in peace. Today, the sect leader's fifth son, Enai Changkong, while passing by Fudao Mountain, was ambushed and killed by the Seven Mysteries sect. A tragic fall, they say. He left a whole year early on this trip, and not a whisper of it leaked out. Yet the young master still met this untimely end. It has to be a traitor within the sect. As the head of the enforcement hall, she declares, it's her duty to find the spy. She orders Xue Ling to begin. Xue Ling tells the disciples to release their defenses and let her check them. She's going to give us a thorough inspection. I let out a nervous laugh and greet her as sister. I tell her the undercover mission she assigned is complete. I ask, hopefully, if I can finally go back to the Spirit Spring sect. She humors me with a sarcastic, aren't you amazing? She then declares that traitors deserve the 10,000 bugs burrowing through flesh punishment. Whoa, that guy's using the star-shattering sects, heavenly star explosion technique. He's going to self-destruct. Xue Ling scoffs, thinking he can do that right in front of her. She says it won't be that easy. He lets out a maniacal laugh. He curses the demon sect, saying they'll die a horrible death. He screams that all of us villains will be destroyed, and he vows the star-shattering sect will never forgive us. Some disciples beg for mercy, swearing they'll confess. They promise to turn themselves in and tell everything they know. Xue Ling smirks, saying those who know the times are wise. She tells them that since they're confessing willingly, of course their lives will be spared. She orders them taken away. She commands that every piece of information ever passed on must be accounted for. Everything is to be confessed, down to the last detail. They scramble to obey. One of them admits he passed along a message about the Demon-Subduing Sect's trade caravan. He told them the route to trade demon cores in a certain city. He thought it was just a minor bit of intelligence, hoping to trade it for a small favor. He whines, asking how he was supposed to know the young master would be in that caravan. I shush him, but it's too late. Someone notices I've been here for 3 years. She asks if I'd be willing to go back with her to the Seven Mysteries sect, saying her father praised my work this time. She even says he wants to betroth her to me. I scoff at the absurdity. Mengli, really? A voice in my head says gotcha, but it's just a memory. I mutter just under my breath. This is a flash of my past life's memory. In that life, I was a mediocre student at a top university. I spent my days buried in classical poetry and literature. Later, while excavating an ancient Shangzhou dynasty tomb, the tunnel collapsed on me. And now, I've awakened the soul of that past life. All of this is the knowledge of classical Taoist texts I studied back then. Wind has no form. Wind has no shadow. I recall. Wind is everywhere. It turns out I have a divine wind-type spirit root. I'm finally waking up from my daze. Sister Zhaoku's saying she's been so good to me, and asked if I can share my little secret. I quickly tell her I found a 100-year-old vermilion fruit 2 days ago, and hid it in the water vat behind the courtyard. She perks up at the mention of it. She asks if there's anything else. I say no, and she calls me useless. The sect master announces that the inspection is complete. He says the rest of the disciples appear to have no issues. But then he asks, is that really true? I realize he might be suspicious of me. He backtracks, acting shocked I'd think that. He says I'm his own protege, and he naturally trusts me, but he notes my cultivation is only at the 5th level of the true spirit realm. He points out that if someone had an artifact to resist the hypnosis spell, I wouldn't be able to detect it. He then rattles off a list of names. People who woke up a breath or two faster than everyone else. He names Zhang Fan, then Chen Kong, Luo Zhe, and finally, Li Xingmi. He suggests that if we woke up so fast, we must be carrying a treasured artifact from a righteous sect. He invokes the sect's rule. Better to kill the innocent than let the guilty go. I jump in, saying, New Hall Master, as I understand it. Cultivators practice different techniques. Those with strong souls would naturally be hypnotized for a shorter time. If a spy had a device to stay awake, they'd want to avoid exposure, and would definitely fake their hypnosis duration, which means the ones under longer are more suspicious. I address him formally. The next guy steps up, claiming he's cultivated the Heart Demon Soul-Stealing Sutra. His soul strength is double that of other disciples at his level. Another says he's trained in the Ghost Spirit Curse. A third claims the soul-devouring demon art. I think to myself, it's understandable that they've practiced soul-type demon arts. But then they ask me, and you, Li Qing, what demon art have you cultivated? I stammer, because I'm a virgin. They echo, a virgin? They ask what that has to do with waking up early. I curse under my breath, thinking I can't help it. It's a bit embarrassing to admit. But my life's on the line, so I swallow my pride. I blurt out that I'm just faster because of it. The hall master says he just checked and confirms the kid is indeed a virgin. He chuckles, saying it's normal for a young man to be sensitive. He apologizes for the misunderstanding. He admits I have a point and turns to the others. He declares the inspection over. He tells us 7 that were cleared and can go. He then says the Profound Eye Sect mission will take us 7 along. If there are no spies among us, we'll proceed as planned. He emphasizes that turning us into their people is the key. I notice someone is keeping an eye on me. Observe Li Xing, they whisper. Someone else mutters a name, Ginny? I think about trying out this new honey I just got. In just 3 short days, I've gone from the early stage of the 10th level of the Zero Origin realm to its grand completion. This divine wind spirit root is seriously impressive. Cultivation feels like I have divine assistance. It seems only when I'm in a state of extreme relaxation or under massive shock can I awaken the soul of my past life. I reach out for that sky in my memory. And every time I enter that state, I awaken a new talent. Just 3 more months. I tell myself, if I can survive these 3 months, I'm going home, back to my sect, to become a laid-back, wandering elder, and live out my retirement in peace. I turn and see Sister Tang standing right behind me. I ask when she got here. She leans in, all sweet and syrupy. She whispers conspiratorially, asking me to tell her a secret. She asks if I'm a spy. I insist I'm not. She scoffs, saying I can't fool her. She says I may have dodged her hypnosis. But I have one massive flaw. I ask what it is. She points out that I was kicked out of the righteous path for making improper advances on my aunt, which is why I joined the Demon-Subduing Sect. So why? She asks, am I still a virgin? I sigh, playing along. I tell her, to be honest, that very incident made me swear off women. That's why I've stayed a virgin. I add that the pure young energy of a virgin body actually helps my cultivation. I figure it's a resource, why waste it? She seductively tells me to look at her. She says if I don't move, that means I agree. Then she says she won't hold back. Just then, another voice calls out, laughing, Sister Tang. She asks what good stuff is going on, and demands to have a look too. Sister Tang complains that Baijiro has ruined her plans again. She asks what Baijiro wants. Baijiro says the master told her, this mission has some danger, so she's here to help out. She says she was looking for Sister Tang to discuss it, but didn't mean to interrupt her fun. She notices and coos, oh, a virgin. She teases that it explains Sister Tang's interest. She then turns to me, saying I should look at her instead. She purrs that if I just say the word, she'll be completely obedient. I plead that my cultivation is too weak, and it's not good to be near women. She asked if that's so. I beg her to let me off the hook. She gives up and orders everyone to assemble. She announces we're going to the Profound Eye Sect to make a deal. On the way, we'll pass the Spirit Spring Sect. We have a debt to collect on behalf of our sect's Bone Demon Elder. I wonder what these vixens are up to now. She explains that 2 months ago, the Bone Demon Elder and 3 disciples with him died a violent death. It was the work of Chiu Dai Fei, a true disciple of the Spirit Spring Sect. She then orders that no matter who we meet, male or female, we kill them all. No mercy. I panic, wondering what I'm supposed to do now. Do I really have to start killing people? I think about the righteous path disciples and how they're 100 times more ruthless than us. I brace myself for whatever comes next. I realize these so-called righteous cultivators are 100 times more brutal than we ever were. I ask if the Spirit Spring Sect really does nothing about this. A scoff of disdain rips through the air. Everyone's a saint when the lights are on. But when the lights go out, they're all demons. I'm told to drop it, no more talking. A Spirit Spring Sect disciple steps into view. I note how far we are from their sect now. If we run into a demon, I think it'll be dangerous. They cut to the chase and tell me to shut up. I admit they caught me this time. I'm beat. I surrender the elixirs, splitting the haul in half. I offer them 50% of my share. They chuckle, saying it's a deal. Junior Sister Sue, they grin. We're after more than just elixirs. They sneer that she shouldn't have run so fast, or so far away from the sect. If we were near the sect, they'd never dare. They'd be too scared to lay a hand on her. But now? They laugh. The rules don't apply. They plot the story they'll tell the elders, that they got separated from her on the road. By the time they caught up, they'll claim she was already killed by a demon. They'll swear vengeance for Junior Sister Sue. They'll say they only saw 2 demonic figures. And from their robes, they were from the Demon-Subduing Sect. If they don't avenge this, they bellow. How can the sect hold its head up high? She stammers, looking at them in shock. Chen Kong, the demon prince, gives orders. He commands Zhang Fan and Li Shi to kill the 3 men, but to spare the woman for now. A fellow disciple suggests killing the girl, calling her a future threat if left alive. Sister Tang points out I lag behind during the fight. She wonders if I'm holding on to some pesky morality, accusing me of not wanting to kill righteous cultivators. I protest, telling her it's not my fault. She saw it all. The 3 Spirit Spring disciples were already taken down in a blink. I never got a chance to strike, I insist. It's a weak excuse, I know. She orders me to finish the girl right now. She smirks, saying this should feel like a relief. But don't forget, she's a demon. Xing, she leers, it's time we break that virginity. Damn that she-devil, I curse under my breath. She hands the woman over to me, Xing. Little junior brother, she purrs, don't disappoint. I grin, playing along with her game. Since sister is rewarding me, I say, I'll gladly accept. She begs me to stay away from her. I address her politely as junior sister. I offer her, I think, a chance to escape alive. If she can get past him, I say, she can go all the way back to the Spirit Spring sect. Little brother, she winks, don't say I never helped. I just slipped her a love potion. She confesses, to make things more fun. She tells me to have a good time. Then swallow this poison pill, and bring back the girl's head. She'll give me the antidote, she promises. I nod obediently, playing the dutiful junior. She's begging me not to touch her, please. Haven't bathed in 3 days, I lie. I apologize to her, saying I'm sorry. I tell her I don't want this any more than she does. Wait, I whisper, can you let me go? She reveals she has a transformation talisman. It can perfectly disguise a flame beast. To look exactly like her. I just take that back, and my mission is done. The talisman lasts an hour, she assures me. That's plenty of time for me to report back. I shake my head, that won't work. My sister still wants my cherry popped. If I come back intact, she'll know instantly. She tells me to close my eyes, senior brother. And I sense it, a yin-yang spirit root. She asks if she can go now. I sigh and tell her to leave. I report to sister that everything is done as ordered. Brotherly, she grins, you're learning fast. I thank her for the generous reward. It's a D-grade superior mother-child return pill, I notice. Guess a middle-grade spirit root just doesn't cut it. Even a pill this good only improves one thing. A single cultivation realm. Only now, she says, is my suspicion fully cleared. The Hall Master sees great potential in me. I'll be promoted to a core disciple and receive the Master's personal blessings. I ask what kind of trial comes next. She tells me not to ask so many questions. Just follow her, she says, and I'll see. A guard challenges us, demanding our business. He asks who we are and what we want. I step back, letting Sister Tang speak. I am Tang Xuelin, she announces. An old acquaintance of senior sister, Mo Chuyan. She asks for the courtesy of a message. The guard says, oh, wait a moment. He reports that a woman named Tang Xueling is at the gate, and she's asking to see her. She replies to bring them to the main hall, to help squeeze the prime demon sex prices. I'm stunned I can hear a true spirit realm whisper. Must be from my past life's soul power, I figure. The guard waves us forward, telling us to follow. Just as I thought, the Demon-Subduing Sect wants this fat deal. She mutters we need to squeeze their prices down some more. Chuyan, she orders, let the Demon-Subduing Sect announce first. But we'll close the deal with the Prime Demon Sect. The Demon-Subduing Sect is a mess right now. Best not to get tangled with them. Junior sister Mo, she greets. Long time no see. You still carry that same grace, she compliments. Sister Tang apologizes for not notifying her in advance. She asks for forgiveness. Mo Chuyan waves it off, calling it a minor misunderstanding. She gets to the point. I've specially brought 1,000 top-grade Xuanji golden pills. A gas goes up, 1,000 pills. Elder Lu Yuan speaks up. Our Xuanji top-grade essence pills are only 1 high-grade spirit stone per pill. He lets the number hang. Another exclamation of disbelief. The Prime Demon Sect offers their counter. 2 Xuanji pills per high-grade spirit stone. High-quality essence pills, they stress, plus a 50% discount on the earlier batch. Elder Huchen laughs, calling it a generous deal. Elder Lu Yuan, he announces, I offer 10 sets of the Demon-Subduing Sword Formation for only 5,000 high-grade spirit stones. He states the price. Just a sword formation, the rival scoffs. The Prime Demon Sects is even cheaper. 1 high-grade spirit stone per set. We can offer 100 of our Prime Demon Sword Formations. He throws down the gauntlet. Huchuan, his rival roars, you're undercutting deliberately. Pure sabotage, he accuses. The other elder shrugs, we can sell at any price. 1 high-grade spirit stone for a formation? That wouldn't even train the weakest chi sword. I mutter, what do you know? He explains the scheme. They'll use broken demon swords from the ruins. Fake top-quality swords to fill the set. Selling fakes, I think, that's just shameless. What do we do? They're so cheap. We can't compete with that, I think. The sect is already in panic. If this deal falls through, Going back will be a disaster. Elder Lu, someone suggests hesitantly. The quality of the golden pills can't be judged by look. Maybe we should test one by taking it. Someone snaps that he should keep his mouth shut. A Xuanji Supreme Grade pill would be worse than a top grade one. Of course not. I realize it's over. All our pills are fakes made from inferior herbs. There was never supposed to be a taste test. I groan inwardly. Nothing from these demon sects is real. Mo Chilean laughs. A taste test sounds great. She pops one in her mouth, nodding at its quality. She turns to Hechuan, asking for his sample. Let me have a taste, she demands. I realize Hechuan's pills aren't even refined. Elder Lu laughs nervously, saying he left in a rush. This, he says, is the demon-subduing sword formation. Trapped inside, even a nascent soul stage master can't escape. I admire the aura of the formation. It's truly worth the price. 5,000 high-grade spirit stones, I think. Elder He, they ask, what about your sex formation? Hechuan admits he didn't bring one. All Elder Lu has to do is pay, and he'll go back and have one forged immediately. One high-grade spirit stone? That wouldn't even cover the materials. A junior, someone growls, you're asking for death. He addresses Elder He formally. The Profound Eye sect has chosen to deal with the Demon-Subduing Sect. Elder Lu, he warns, I'm not just here on the Prime Demon Sect's behalf. I also represent the Seven Mysteries Sect and the Heaven Sword Sect. Without their backing, I wouldn't dare step into this lion's den. He offers to summon their elders right now. Elder Zhang, Elder Mu, the demon-subduing scum is here. They ask if the Profound Nether Sect is truly trading with them. I rush over, I say. Mushy, I think, that's the one. He keeps finding excuses to make my life miserable. If he recognizes me, my cover as a mole is completely blown. I need to think of a countermeasure, fast. Elder sister, I suddenly have a stomachache. I really can't hold it in. Hold it in. She tells me this is a critical moment for negotiating with the Xianbing sect. Elder sister, I really can't. If I hold it any longer, I'll soil my pants. That would be even more embarrassing. She calls me utterly useless. Go quickly, come back quickly. Don't hold things up. That kid is acting suspicious, she mutters. She orders someone to follow me, to see what the hell I'm up to. And if there's an opportunity, she tells him to cripple me outright. The lackey reassures the elder. He promises to keep a close eye on me. He won't let me pull any tricks. But on second thought, I realize I can't keep dodging this trouble. So I decide to take the technique from that Yuan Ma sect disciple instead. Boost my own strength, and protect myself. The guy from the Yuan Ma sect cornered me in the hall, mouthing off. He asks if I've got a death wish, challenging his sect like that. Yeah, you're right. I've always been this arrogant. Got a problem. You big-headed jerk. Do I look like I care if you're offended? He snarls that he hates being called that. He asks if I'm tired of living. Can't even take a few honest words. What kind of demon cultivator are you? You'll end up as someone's puppet sooner or later. He roars at me to shut up. With your skills, you dare to tail me? Next time you reincarnate, grow a brain. I find the Heart Demon Curse Soul Sutra on him. This big idiot was carrying a mind control technique. If I can master this, maybe I'll find a way out. Perfect. I've been needing a technique to strengthen my soul. Time to test it out. The Heart Demon can take countless forms, appearing as the person a cultivator loves most, to disrupt their thoughts. The sutra can also create illusions. If your mind isn't strong enough, you'll be trapped in the illusion forever. I break straight through to the 6th level. My soul power is massively stronger. This will make scouting for trouble a lot easier. When I face an enemy in battle, I can project these Heart Demon illusions before them, shape-shifting into different people's faces, to throw off their thoughts. Someone asks why Li Xing is taking so long. Elder sister. I ran into some Yuan Ma sect disciples outside the latrine, looking for a fight. I got a little hurt during the scuffle. It cost me some time. I wonder if this is the moment I get exposed. She thanks me and explains the sects are arguing over which one to partner with. The major factions are deadlocked. The Xianbing sect suggested using the secret realm to test the disciples' talent. Now they're haggling over the entry fee for the Xianbing realm. Elder sister, I have an idea. We can set up a bet between the two sides. The loser pays all the costs. She asks what we'd bet on. Just on cultivation talent. Whoever breaks through the most realms in the Xianbing realm wins. This way, it's fair and doesn't hurt feelings. A Xianbing elder chimes in, agreeing with Li Xing. He says his sect doesn't like bloodshed. He thinks this method is good. The Yuan Ma sect representative snorts, saying it saves time. He agrees. The Seven Mysteries sect has no objections either. The Xianbing sect presents the prize for first place. A top-grade treasure sword, the Ice Soul Sword, forged from eternal ice. A Yuan Ma disciple boasts about his dual Ice-Fire Spirit root. He claims the Ice Soul Sword is as good as his. He says we've already lost. I mutter that no matter how strong their spirit roots are, they can't compare to my Yin-Yang dual pupils. The Xianbing realm is about to open. An elder lays down the rules. First, the temperature inside the realm is extremely low. You must wrap your body in spiritual power, or you'll suffer frostbite. Second, find natural caves or burrows as shelter. Don't try to carve your own ice cave. There are special prohibitions against it. Third, the realm opens only once a year. Everyone must return to the teleport point in 3 days. The realm is open. We're all invited to enter. Sister Zhao calls out my name. She tells me and Zhang Fan to pair up. She says she'll scout ahead. Zhang Fan says opportunities depend on personal fate. He claims traveling together would interfere with each other's luck. He suggests we split up. I spot a glacier mountain range to the south. There are many ice forests, fields, and caves there. I warn myself not to enter them carelessly. They might have blood vats inside. Good thing I stayed alert. No wonder their own people only enter last. This Xianbing realm is full of hidden dangers. I decide to find a place to cultivate first. The Xianbing sect's realm is no joke. Good thing I awakened. All 3 types of spiritual energy are mine to command. Some 7 mysteries disciples whisper about Li Xing defecting to the demon sect. They note his cultivation has advanced quickly. They think he must have found an opportunity. One suggests they team up and kill the traitor to steal his fortune. The other agrees the plan is feasible, but cautions they need to guard against deception. What if he's still a sect spy? Elder Mu won't be easy to explain things to. The first one insists I'm just a coward. After being expelled from the sect, my demonic nature erupted, so I joined the Demon-Subduing Sect. There's no way I'm a mole. As soon as I step out, the 2 of them will join hands. They'll definitely kill me. They're shocked I went from the 0 origin realm to the 5th level of the Dharma origin realm. They're sure I have a massive lucky break. They see me in a state of chi deviation. They seize the chance to strike me down, to take my fortune. One urges the other to act quickly. I let out a snort. 5th level of the Dharma origin realm. Impossible. A disciple named Li Jing is stunned that I dared to kill a true disciple uncle. He warns that the vice sect leader won't let me get away with it. I shout that they were the ones taking advantage of my weakness. This is justifiable self-defense. I mutter about the heart demon curse. The survivor screams my name, vowing revenge. Li Xing, I'm going to kill you. Aya. Outside the realm, confusion erupts. Someone mutters about not knowing if they've broken through or not. They ask where Mu Qiannan and Lu Mo have gone. It's impossible they didn't return, given their cultivation. Someone calls for Elder Lu Yuan. They beg him to reopen the realm. They want to go in and find Elder Mo. Elder Lu Yuan declares the realm is destroyed. It cannot be opened again, forcing entry. The danger will double. He tells them their strength isn't enough. The angry disciple insists there must be a murderer inside who killed their sect members. He orders everyone to open their storage rings. He wants to search them one by one. An elder objects that trials always involve life and death. Searching storage rings breaks the rules. The accuser retorts that refusing the search means you're the killer. He threatens that no one will leave the Xianbing sect without being checked. I step forward, volunteering to go first, to clear up any misunderstanding. He finds nothing from my sect on me. A Xianbing elder also cooperates with the search. To avoid further trouble, the accuser turns to Li Gang and tells him it's his turn. If there's nothing wrong, he should let them check. Don't cause problems. A nervous disciple whispers that he has Lu Mo's flying sword on him. The man was already dead when he found it. He admits he got greedy and picked it up. He mutters that this is bad news. He's sure Mo Shui won't believe him. I smirk internally. My own suspicion is completely cleared. An elder suggests that Lei Gang might just have an unspeakable reason. He proposes they first determine the champion of this trial. They can investigate Lu Mo's death afterward. The accuser growls that this isn't over. In today's bet with the Demon-Subduing Sect, Li Xing broke through to the 8th realm. He's declared the undisputed champion. The Xianbing sect confirms the trade with the Demon-Subduing Sect. The 3 major sects must pay double the fee. They tally the spirit talismans at a value of 10,000. But the haggling knocks it down to 8,000. Total is 18,000. High-grade spirit stones. Elder Lu of the Yuanma sect points out the swords were never demonstrated before. Now they're being used to pay off a debt. He insists they need a thorough inspection. And I have to agree, that's a fair point. I let out a scoff. He Quan, huh? So that's your game. He's claiming I haven't refined the demon's sword. Apparently, there's an ancient demonic soul trapped inside it. He sneers that my cultivation just isn't high enough to handle it. He sniffs, declaring the sword is a top-grade treasure, and I got a bargain. You should be grateful, he says, as if I owe him a favor. Then he calls out, Lu Yuan. He announces that the Heaven Sword sect is bidding 5,000 high-grade spirit stones on behalf of the primordial demon sect. He asked me to give him some face and step aside. They asked me if I want the 200,000 high-grade spirit stones, or the top-grade ice treasure sword, the Ice Soul Blade. I make my choice. I'll take the Ice Soul Blade. He roars with laughter. Deal done. We're heading back to the Demon-Subduing Sect, he says. Sister Tang warns me that the primordial demon sect won't let this slide. She reminds me it's a 3,000-mile journey back. She advises we stay on our guard. I thank her for her concern. She mentions she's already sent word to the master to come pick us up. Nothing to worry about, she assures me. I think about our expedition to the Xinming secret realm. We not only got the cultivation technique, but also cleared my name of all suspicion. I figure once I'm back at the Demon-Subduing Sect, I can finally catch a break. Sister Zhiro says that Elder Xing gone. We'll bring a team to the northern ice plains to meet us. We just need to be patient for a bit, she tells us. Suddenly, a warning flares in my mind. Watch out. Hostile aura. A voice snarls. Tang Shuling. Bai Zhiro. This is your gravesite today, the voice declares. Come quietly if you know what's good for you, he sneers. He threatens to make our deaths ugly if we resist. Sister Tang calls him out. Lei Gang, you ambushed me in the secret realm. Today's the day we settle that score, she declares. He chung taunts Bai Zhiro. You got away last time, Bai Zhiro. You won't be so lucky this time, he gloats. Sister Shuling roars back. I'm not afraid of you, he chung. Enough talk, she yells. Take this, she cries, launching an attack. I spot an opening. My chance, I think. He snarls, die, as he strikes. Sister Zhiro shouts to Shuling. I'm coming to help you. He laughs. You overestimate yourself. Ack. Still trying to fight back? He mocks. Stay still, he barks, getting rough. Sister Zhiro gasps. Shuling. You old scoundrel. Let her go, she demands. The enemy laughs. Shut up, you blind fool. You still dare to fight me? He taunts. You're just asking for death, little junior, he sneers. He turns to me. In your next life, kid, be smarter. I'm the one you don't mess with, he declares arrogantly. I steel myself. If I don't go all out now, I'm definitely dead. I realize. My cultivation base is weaker than his. But if I unleash all my wood element abilities, I might just stand a chance. I shout, crane fist. Taste this, old villain. The power of the verdant wood emperor technique is seriously impressive. The enemy gasps. What kind of technique is this? Why can't I break free? He panics. Impossible. How does this brat have so much spiritual power? I declare, he Quan. You'll pay for my niece's life. He pales. Damn it. Mu Shuei is coming. We need to leave. Or we'll truly be finished today, he exclaims. The sect leader is furious. After all I've done for you. You owe me this much, he roars. I call out, Mu Shuei, Lei Gang is dead. If you keep this up, I'll fight you to the death. I shout. I collapse in relief. I'm alive. Someone mutters in disbelief. How is Li Xing this strong? It's completely unbelievable, they say. Wasn't Li Xing a spy we sent? Another whispers. Back in the sect. He was just a mediocre outer disciple. He must have inherited some powerful legacy. Someone calls my name. Li Xing. You've been undercover for 3 years. And helped the sect kill demonic cultivators. Your merit is enough for a promotion to elder. Will you come back with me? He asks. I think to myself. 3 years isn't up yet. Few know about my undercover identity. I realize his plan. He wants to trick me into going back. And steal the inheritance from my body. No one would ever know, he's thinking. Then all that top-grade spiritual power would be mine. He's scheming. I see right through him. He wants to trick me into going back. To take my soul. I can't go with him. No way. I say aloud. Sect leader Mu, I won't return to the Seven Mysteries sect. My mission isn't complete. I dare not return so hastily. I explain. He calls me a good kid through gritted teeth. You're impressive, he says, sounding anything but impressed. The demon-subduing sect leader speaks. Li Xing. With talent like yours, why would you be a spy in my sect, he demands. I freeze. So he heard my conversation with Mu Shuei. Li Xing, you haven't been in the sect long, he says. But at every critical incident, you're always present. It makes me doubt your identity, he states. I think, if he were a real spy, he'd slip up eventually. I let out a mental sigh. Good news, I'm not exposed yet. That scared me. I think, trying to calm my racing heart. I play my role. Sect leader, if you suspect I'm a spy, There's no need for such a test. If I were disloyal, when I had access to all those spirit stones, I would have already fled with them. Why would I stay here and suffer suspicion? I reason. Sister Shuling speaks up. Sect leader, since Xing joined the sect, he has risked himself in many missions. I've worked with him for a long time, and I've never seen any suspicious behavior. I ask you to investigate thoroughly, she pleads. Sister Zhiro adds, Sect leader, every word Shuling said is true. Xing just risked his life to save us, and took a fatal blow from the craned fist for our sake. He is definitely not a spy. I am willing to vouch for him, she declares. The sect leader considers, since both Shuling and Zhiro vouch for you, I will trust you. Your talent is exceptional, and your loyalty is clear. From this day forward, you are a core disciple of the Demon-Subduing Sect. I bow. Thank you for your trust, sect leader. Xing will dedicate himself to serving the Demon-Subduing Sect. I will not fail the sect's training, I promise. He nods. You performed exceptionally well this time. Beyond your promotion to core disciple, I will give you an extra reward of 100,000 high-grade spirit stones and 3 heavenly-grade spirit pills. Also, I'm appointing you to the Internal Affairs Hall as an administrator. You'll be in charge of the tower construction, he says. I thank him again. Thank you, sect leader. I am your loyal servant, I declare. Wow, I think to myself, talk about generous. Being a spy is actually a pretty sweet gig, I realize. Time to pop those 3 heavenly grade pills. Being a spy does have its perks, I grin. A wave of power washes over me. This feels amazing. I feel the medicine's energy, nourishing my very soul. My physical strength is also increasing all at once. And so is my lifespan. I've hit 300 years. Not bad. This really is a world of immortals, I marvel. In the modern world, I'd never dream of living for 300 years. Even my blood and cells are now automatically absorbing the surrounding spiritual energy. I don't even need to circulate my technique on purpose. This cultivation method is incredible. I'm blasting through the 10th level of the Dharma origin realm. Yes, I exclaim. This is a cheater's life. I shrug internally. Whatever. No big deal. If I aimed for the holy ruins, my soul would leave my body. That wasn't even part of the Dharma origin promise. This is a breakthrough of the soul itself. I've broken through my wood element techniques. Huh, that wasn't even hard, I bragged to myself. Just like that, huh? I shrug. It's nothing special. The heavens send down a lightning tribulation. Oh, come on. Really? I throw up a wood element vine barrier, a water element shield, and an earth element wall. Rise, I command. Nope, nope, nope. I panic. The heavens are playing dirty. But I manage. Still got through it. It didn't manage to stop me. I summon wind element spiritual energy. Yin-yang spiritual energy, get over here. I look at my soul. Is it normal for it to be this big? Probably not, I answer myself. Whatever, time to rest. I decide. Breaking through so many realms at once is exhausting. Suddenly, I sense a presence. Who's there? A voice calls out. 2 seniors grace this humble abode. I, your junior, failed to welcome you properly. Please forgive my rudeness, they say humbly. I realize the truth. Oh, he thinks I'm a senior because my soul is so powerful. A plan forms. I'll play along. Let's see what I can learn by going with it. Maybe I can squeeze some more information out of them. I speak in a deep voice. No need for formalities. I was just passing through, I explain. I've been in seclusion for many years, and out of touch with the world. I was wondering, how is Xiao Zhongye doing these days? The junior is shocked. Thank you, Dao Lord. I realize my mistake. Oh, I've already broken through to the true spirit realm? Sweet. I didn't think my techniques would become this much stronger. I decide it's time. All right, I should get back to work. The hall master sends me off to oversee the repair work. I come back, and someone stripped my office bare. Looks like someone in the Internal Affairs Hall wants to put me in my place. Oh, if it isn't our backdoor hiring stewardly. They sneer that I still dare show up after my office was cleared out. They call me thick-skinned. Word is, I don't even know the basics of construction procurement. They whisper that I'll probably mess up the tower build. And then I'll get what's coming to me. The tower construction site is in the open lot out back. I need to check on the progress fast. Can't let the deadline slip. A guard blocks me, saying this is the tower construction area and no new steward can just barge in. He sneers that it's not for someone like me. I stutter, surprised at his attitude. He yells that I dare hit him. He threatens me, saying Elder Sherman won't let this slide. I tell him I don't care if it's Elder Sherman or Elder Mumin. Anyone who gets in the way of my work, I'll take them down one by one. I explained they obstructed official business, and they were mouthing off, so I just gave them a little lesson. But the elder accuses me without hearing the facts. I ask if that's the rule of the Demon-Subduing Sect. The elder calls me sharp-tongued. He declares he'll cleanse the sect of me on behalf of the leader. I realize the elder's strength is nothing special. He demands to know my cultivation level. I tell him it's none of his business. I warn him that if he blocks my work again, next time it won't just be an injury. I challenge anyone else who wants to stop me to step forward. They scramble, yelling at each other to get back to work. Now that suspicion on me is eased, the demon sect surveillance isn't so tight. I can go collect the reward my sect promised for being a spy. I remember the agreed information exchange point is right here. Found it. The message says that after I return to the renunciation level, the East Gate will be revived within 7 or 8 years. They hope I'll keep pushing forward. I scoff, more empty promises. If I stay undercover much longer, I'll end up as the demon sect's leader myself. I think of my boss. The floating sky secret realm is about to appear. The demon sect has plans for it, so I'd better act fast. Junior disciple Xing finally took the secret letter. I mutter to myself that I should step up my training now. Time to enter the inner sect. The hall master reports that the repair work is done. He nods, saying it's good work. He introduces the 5 elders of the True Heritage Hall. One elder remarks that my physical body is tough. He says my talent is exceptional, and declares he'll take me as his closed-door disciple. He tells me to follow him for body refinement. Another elder scoffs, calling body refinement brutish. He insists my soul is rare in this world, and says I should train in soul power with him. He brags that his 3-element demon art is the top technique. He claims it lets me take on 3 enemies alone. He shoves the first elder aside. The first elder retorts that his demon art is stronger. He tells me to bow to him as my master. A third elder warns that the other 2's demon arts have severe flaws. He says they'll ruin a good seedling. He urges me to pick him as my master. I laugh, imagining ending up like him. Split into 3 people, unable to merge back, arguing endlessly. Someone suggests they all teach me together. Whichever art I progress in fastest, that elder becomes my master. One elder insists I should learn his 100 refinements demon art first for the strongest body. He wants the strongest physical form. Another elder scoffs, telling him not to brag. He pushes the heaven-slaying demon art. He says it uses soul power to shape inner demons, which suits me better. The 3 elders finally agree. They decide to first teach the 3-element demon art, or maybe the heaven-slaying demon art. No, the 3-element demon art. They argue again. 3-element demon art. Heaven-slaying demon art. 3-element demon art. I step in, addressing them as elders. I suggest using rock, paper, scissors to decide the teaching order. They actually start. Rock, paper, scissors. Another round. Rock, paper, scissors. The heaven-slaying art elder cackles in victory. He announces he won. He explains that heaven-slaying requires condensing a demon incarnation inside my mind, then slaying it within my sea of consciousness. He warns that time flows 100 times faster there than outside. He tells me to remember to finish it quickly. I reach the 6th level. My physical body transforms, breaking through a minor realm. I'm surprised there's such a reward. The heaven-slaying elder boasts this is his art's doing. Another elder agrees, saying my soul talent is unmatched. He gives me a pill to help me split into avatars. He says it'll condense the seed of the 3-element demon art. He urges me to use the pill to break through realms. I recall that the 3-element art should only produce 2 avatars, but I see 4. The elders murmur that my soul is extraordinary. They realize I can split off extra avatars. I leap into magma. I circulate the 100 refinements demon art, forging the dark gold seed within me. My physical body reaches the 2nd transformation. In no time, I break through to the spirit transformation realm. All 3 demon arts reach the 2nd level. An order goes out for all True Heritage disciples and core True Heritage disciples to report to the True Heritage Hall immediately. The deputy sect leader commands everyone to hand over their storage rings. He announces that in the past month, he has slain 17 spirit transformation experts from the righteous path. He says he has determined that the young sect master was killed by the 7 mysteries sect in the Heavenly Sword sect. He calls us together today to follow him and destroy a righteous sect. to establish the demon-subduing sect's might. He hands out 3 demon pills that can triple my spiritual power, but warns they drain bloodline, lifespan, or soul power. The effects don't stack. He advises against using them unless it's an emergency. He tells us to never use them lightly. He invites any questions, promising to answer them. A disciple asks the deputy leader which sect we're destroying. The deputy leader snaps back, asking why he needs to know. He accuses the disciple of wanting to tip someone off. The disciple protests his innocence. The deputy leader identifies him as Chow Fei. He finds a communication talisman in his storage ring, not linked to any sect formation. He declares him a spy without doubt. He notes that many rings have problems, but for this campaign, he says he'll overlook it. Even the spies, he'll spare for now. I wonder if the new spy sent by the Western Mystery Sect has been exposed. This is getting tricky. I need to find a way to identify that new spy. I circulate my demon art, restoring my peak spiritual power. The deputy leader announces he'll take us to the Ice Mystic Sect. He orders that all Ice Mystic Sect disciples are to be killed without exception. I gasp internally. We're going to destroy the Ice Mystic Sect? The deputy leader repeats the order, telling everyone to follow him. I notice something strange about this place. The Ice Mystic spiritual energy isn't even dense. The Mountain Gate formation feels hollow inside. Below is empty space. 100 miles out is just primeval forest. I realize it's an illusion. The Demon-Subduing Sect is using this to smoke out spies. The deputy leader shouts for everyone to follow him and destroy the entire sect. I see I'm not the only one holding back. A female disciple flatters me, calling me impressive. She says my demonic energy is so thick. She asks if I can protect her. I mutter that this illusion formation is just testing for spies, so I might as well save my strength. I think to myself, testing for spies? Might as well conserve energy. She calls out for me to save her. I see a chance to slack off. I figure I shouldn't waste it. I rush to her side, asking if she's okay. She whines that she's having trouble breathing. She asks if I can help her. I tell her I'll help right away. I tell her to rest well. I promise to protect her. She curses under her breath, calling me a hopeless straight man. I tell her to focus on healing. I say I'll guard her. Another disciple mutters that I'm not even pretending to try. Someone else exclaims in disbelief at how I'm slacking off. The deputy leader announces the formation is about to break. He orders everyone to attack with full force. I hear grunts and shouts around me. A hall master spots me and demands to know why I'm sitting here. He asks why everyone else is attacking the formation. I explain that the hall master's senior sister is injured. I say I'm guarding her. He sneers, saying she looks like she's enjoying the rest. I smile, asking if it's not nice. The injured disciple suddenly addresses him as master. He says there's no need for formalities in such times. He brushes it off. Since she's fine, he orders her to join the attack immediately. The target is the Ice Mystic Sect. I brace myself for the real battle. I ask the sect leader to clarify what he means. He asks if I'm not afraid. I say I haven't done anything wrong, so of course I'm not scared. I repeat that I'm definitely not afraid. He bursts into laughter, and I breathe a little easier. I mutter to myself, that was close. I thank my lucky stars I didn't react in time. How was I supposed to know he'd suddenly strike like that? Otherwise, I'd have blown my cover. He concedes. Fine, you've done nothing wrong, but I know he doesn't buy it. So he demands an explanation for my rapid cultivation. He accuses me of deliberately hiding my true power. I plead for him to investigate, to see the truth. I explain that my cultivation has been shockingly fast. First, thanks to the lucky opportunity in the frozen abyss. And second, because a true elder passed down his techniques to me. Now I can manifest 4 avatars to cultivate simultaneously. He says he'll drop the matter for now. He orders me to keep cultivating diligently from now on. He adds, if my breakthrough reaches the Divine Sea realm, then he'll appoint me as vice sect leader. I thank him for his appreciation, trying to sound humble. And just like that, he's dangling the vice leader carrot in front of me. Someone roars that Wu Dao dares to attack our sect and must die. The order comes to charge into the Frozen Abyss sect. They're told to pillage everything in sight. Whatever they grab is theirs to keep. I have to admit, Wu Dao's methods are impressively cunning. He managed to plant such a covert surveillance system. An elder from the Frozen Abyss sect curses Red Moon for daring to attack. The old man declares he'll fight Red Moon to the death. The sect leader sneers, saying he never imagined. Inside the demon-subduing sect, there would be so many spies. He calls out a name, Chu Shirkuan. He says Chu was one of his most valued core disciples, and that he's deeply disappointed. Chu plays dumb, claiming he doesn't understand. The sect leader snorts in contempt. He says if Chu doesn't understand, he'll explain it so clearly that he dies knowing the truth. A message arrives. The Snow Ice sect in the Northern Star Sea has been wiped out by the Demon-Subduing Sect. It pleads for the Star Sect to come help immediately. Otherwise, the demonic path will dominate everything. Someone laughs bitterly, cursing Wu Dao. They wish him a terrible death. The sect leader tells Chu Shirkuan he's deeply disappointed in him. He says if Chu kneels and begs for mercy, he can spare their lives. But if they continue to resist stubbornly, then they shouldn't blame him for forgetting old ties. He announces that when they enter the floating palace, they must charge to the front lines. If they help him seize the immortal energy inside, then he, the sect leader, will let them go free. I realized Chu Shirkuan and I were both from the same generation. Thinking carefully, he must have been undercover for at least 100 years. That's some deep cover. Well, great rewards come with great risks. The payout for a spy in the Demon-Subduing Sect is 10 times what you'd get for staying in the Star Sect. And honestly, my reasons for coming here as a spy, besides wanting to take it easy, was also to get a divorce. Xian Tianya declares that this passage was his own secret gateway. He demands to know how he found out about it. Someone retorts that the floating palace belongs to no one. Anyone can come here. I'm amazed they even knew I'd be coming to this very place. I grumble that the credit for this discovery was mine. Someone says they caught me sneaking around and just followed me. So here they are. An accuser demands that Wu Dao answer for killing several of their sect's elders. They want to know how he plans to settle this. Wu Dao scoffs, saying immortals and demons have never gotten along. If they want to fight, then fight, no more talking. Wu Dao lays out his terms. Return the Heaven Sword Sect's disciples, and he'll withdraw immediately. He suggests letting Xian Tianya and Wu Dao fight it out to their heart's content. I let out a surprised ah. I ask Brother Tianya when he plans to leave. Xian Tianya snorts. He states his position firmly. Another ah escapes me. He declares that today, none of the 7 Mysteries sect disciples will be leaving with him. Within the floating palace, anyone who dares to disobey orders, he vows to grind their bones to dust. I spot a treasure trove of spirit fruits. I think if we can harvest all of them, the demon-subduing sect would become incredibly wealthy. I immediately warn everyone not to move recklessly. This place is crawling with powerful lightning restrictions. Anyone who gets close will be obliterated by thunder. To get the treasures inside, you can't just use brute force. You have to find the corresponding divine talismans first. These talismans are hidden within the trials on those floating islands. Each trial is for a different cultivation level. He tells us to go try our luck. If anyone finds the talisman that unlocks the immortal energy, he'll personally perform a top-tier energy transfer for them, boosting their cultivation by 1,000 miles in a day. I stare back at him, wondering why everyone's looking at me. I just want to slack off and keep a low profile. He sets the quota, at least 3 trial points today, and bring back 1 talisman. Everyone must gather here before dark. A fellow disciple cries out for me to save him. I call him a good junior brother. I tell him to hold on for now. I say I'll think of a way to help him. We decide to check out that triangular island ahead. I nominate Su Haitao to go up first. He complains the trial is too dangerous. He suggests we go somewhere else. Someone says to let that sacrificial lamb go first as a test. I tell them there's no need. I'm completely confident in this trial formation. Another disciple mutters that if I die here, then he'll be the next vice sect leader. I shake my head. These people are all insane. I've never even had a grudge with this senior disciple. He's probably just tired of me stealing the spotlight. He sneers that the so-called genius isn't so special. He proclaims himself, Chun Li, as the true number 1 of the demon-subduing sect. Someone tries to flatter Brother Chun, saying he's worked hard. They suggest he rest and leave the rest to them. He calls them a little brat. He boasts he's the senior disciple of the Demon Sect, the #1 core disciple. He asks if that little brat actually thinks he can compete with him. He claims this trial ground was his choice, and that he entered first. Therefore, the talisman rightfully belongs to him. Someone calls his claim a load of crap. He accuses the other of being a sneaky little bastard. He insists he was the one who completed the trial. The other retorts that he only came up because he was trying to ambush him. He says he's the one who was nearly tricked. He threatens to destroy him. I think to myself that I don't have the strength for that. I just offer a casual hi. The others can't believe my power has grown so fast. I shrug it off as just standard genius behavior. I mock their lack of worldly experience. I laugh. I was stuck at the nascent soul realm. The reason was my conflicting spirit roots. Now that they've been split in two, it's actually helped me. I can't help but laugh victoriously. Chun-Li taunts me, asking how I can compare to him now. I start to say, forget it. But then I just let it go. I mutter a curse word under my breath. I can't believe this demon has actually gained the favor of heaven. He's even comprehended the laws of the world. Is there no justice left in this world? Someone tells me not to panic. They promise to help me comprehend it. I realize it's the Demon King. Truly a demon lord. He's even colluding with the monstrous race. He's only half alive now, so I tell him to just give up and die. And Wu Dao snarls that even if he dies, he's taking me with him. Jian Tai, backed into a corner, has chosen to die together with his enemy. Someone declares the demon lord is dead, but then they shout, no. And Wu Dao is still alive. He taunts him, asking if he thinks hiding in the void can fool him. I gasp, and Wu Dao has abandoned his human body and transformed into the demon-subduing Black Lotus. It's a pity. The body that Jian Tai desperately tried to kill was just a clone. Xian Tinya sneers, asking if he dared to reveal his true form. I realize with horror that he's using us as backup energy. Today, he vows, you will die. The Demon King snickers, saying he can't blame him for his own body being too tempting. He admits he just couldn't resist. I panic. If I don't go help soon, I'm going to be completely drained. I call out to the Demon King to give our sect leader back. The Demon King laughs, calling me a good lad. He says, Demon King, witness my 10,000 demon return technique. The 10,000 demon return technique? Isn't that a sacred realm technique? I never knew he had ties to the sacred realm. The sect leader warns the demon is going berserk. He tells me to hold on a little longer, little Xing. He promises to come back for me later. Then he says he's getting out of here. He leaves me a reward, 1 blood pearl from the Demon King. He says it's for my hard work. I thank the sect leader, trying to sound grateful. I look at the Demon King's blood pearl in my hand. Not bad for a day's work. The sect leader announces that this little treasure is my reward. I bow and mutter my gratitude, hoping I don't look as shocked as I feel. The Sword Grand Physician and Xian Tinya really did a number on him, leaving him critically injured. His foundation is damaged, which is a serious problem. I doubt he'll ever break through to the martial cultivation realm again. In a few days, he's planning to take me to the sacred domain. He wants me to seize the world-destroying Black Lotus for him. That thing is supposed to repair his own damaged core. The old fiend is badly hurt, but his schemes are still running strong. He's muttering about my talent being exceptional. That's never a good sign. He says once he reaches the immortal realm, he'll have his revenge. But his real plan is to steal my body for himself. Creep. This old bastard is shameless to the core. I have to think of something. I need to figure out a way to save myself before he makes his move. My new residence as a senior brother is finally finished. They built it to the specifications of a deputy sect leader. Fancy stuff. I nod, looking impressed. Very good, I say, playing the part. But I can't help feeling this whole setup is a bit of a waste. I realize that this deputy sect leader treatment comes with a price tag. And that price is that the old fiend has his eyes set on my physical body. A junior disciple timidly asks if she can be my personal maid. She looks up at me with hopeful eyes. Can I? She whispers. I shrug and tell her that if she wants to be my maid, she can stay. Then stay, I say, figuring an extra pair of hands won't hurt. She calls out senior brother with a little too much enthusiasm. She announces she's the disciple sent by the 7 Mysteries sect to liaise with me. I ask what her main purpose is for coming here this time. She says she needs to fully transmit a certain cultivation technique back to the 7 Mysteries sect leader. Only then, she claims, can they find what they're looking for. So I press her, asking if the sect leader mentioned anything else, like when I can go back. I ask, hoping for good news. She just snorts, which is never a good sign. She tells me the sect leader said to hang in there a little longer. She assures me I'll be able to return soon. Sure, I think. I mutter to myself, brother, if I hang in any longer, I'm going to end up as the deputy sect leader of this place. He tells me I've been studying this Demon King Blood Pearl for 10 days with no results. He figures we can only rely on my past life's soul power to break it. I have to admit, the Demon King's power is impressive. But I'm not convinced I can't crack this thing myself. Every single level in the Divine Sea realm is a massive leap in power. Good thing I still have that Demon King Blood Pearl to keep me going. They're saying my transmission of intel on the Suspended Void secret realm was crucial. The ring I got is packed with generous rewards for my efforts. There's a 7 Mysteries Golden Pill, Divine Sea Realm Lightning Talismans, and Concealment Talismans. This stuff boosts me straight to the peak of the 5th level of the Divine Sea Realm. But I'd better hold back a bit. No need to show off everything. Now I just have to deal with this upcoming Sacred Edict mission. The gravity here is intense, crushing down on me. I realize this isn't the Heavenly Domain. It's the Heavenly Domain continent. The spiritual energy concentration here is way higher than in the Heavenly Domain too. So this is the Sacred Domain continent, the land above the Heavenly Domain. The Celestial Demon Sect is supposed to be the sacred demon sect of this domain. Once we enter the Celestial Demon Sect, I'm told to lie low. Keep a low profile, he warns. Don't offend anyone. I'm to avoid making enemies with anybody at all costs. My master boasts that with his demonic path identity and our strength, we have nothing to fear. He scoffs, asking why we should be scared of them. The sect leader shuts him up with a sharp shut up. He explains that the Holy Demon Sect has 9 major halls underneath it. Some of those halls are ranked pretty high in terms of power. There's the Holy Demon Hall, the Demon Star Hall, and the Demon-Subduing Hall. And he warns us not to underestimate the other demon halls either. Every hall master is an expert at the immortal realm. He says our Demon-Subduing Sect is just one tiny branch of the Demon-Subduing Hall. In front of them, he admits, I'm nothing but an ant. He threatens that if anyone speaks out of turn again, they'll be barred from participating in the trial. So it seems the Demon-Subduing Sect, as an affiliate of the Holy Demon Sect, doesn't exactly have a high status here. Noted. The Sacred Sun trial is set to begin in 3 days. They'll test for the 3 major spiritual roots, physique, soul, and spirit. Only by passing those tests can you earn a spot in the trial. I ask my master what the perks are for becoming a Sacred Sun. He grins and says the benefits are endless. First, a Sacred Sun gets to enter the Doomsday Demon realm. You can meditate beside the world-destroying Black Lotus for a whole month, and you get to obtain a petal from that very lotus. I ask the sect leader what the petals of the world-destroying Black Lotus are for. He explains that the lotus is a heavenly spiritual root of the world. It only grows 1 petal every 3,000 years. That makes it comparable to a divine-grade treasure. Taking it as a spiritual medicine can boost your cultivation base. It also increases your enlightenment ability tenfold. He tells us if we get the petal and hand it over to him, he'll make sure we can command the wind and rain in the future. But I see through him. He wants me to seize the lotus so he can break through. And then he's planning to take over my body. Shameless. I can't help but mutter under my breath about how disgraceful this is. Some jerk sneers, asking if I'm really from a lower realm. He scoffs, saying anyone dares to call themselves a genius these days. He tells me to go back home and drink milk like a baby. He flexes his fist, showing me how big and rough it is. He grins and says, you should just take this like a man. Someone shouts out, Liao Cohen, sealed letter. A wave of murmurs erupts. A divine-grade spiritual root. They're all in shock. It's a divine-grade spiritual root. The crowd can't believe it. A divine-grade spiritual root, no less. That arrogant guy smirks at me. See that kid? Anything below divine grade is just trash, he boasts. An elder calls my name. Li Xing, step forward for the test. Someone whispers urgently, Li Xing, hurry up and apply for the physique and spirit root test. I hear a weird command in my head. Double-click to comment. Ignoring that, they're saying that one of them has a yin-yang spiritual root. Accusations fly. He's cheating, someone yells. The blood orb can't possibly have a platinum-white glow, they insist. They demand, right? Dig into his soul and check. Soul search him. Examine him, they chant, pointing at me. A hall master threatens. If you cheated, I'll deal with you myself. But another elder steps in, declaring platinum white is the peak of divine grade spirit roots. He barks at the accusers. I'd like to see who dares to touch him. He announces, Li Xing's talent is extraordinary. I'm designating him as a registered disciple on the spot, he declares. He adds, once he passes the Sacred Sun assessment, he'll enter the Holy Demon Hall directly. Another elder comments on my physique, saying my physical strength is quite good. I managed to clear the trial, and the crowd gasps. Impossible. How did he pass? I explain to myself that breaking the illusion with willpower is the way to pass. A bitter laugh escapes me. Huh, Mom, Dad, your son is unfilial. Huh, I'm losing it. I let out a dry, shaky laugh, trying to pull myself together. I think to myself, life is unpredictable. No need to add more worries. I tell myself to stop adding to my own troubles for no reason. I should just cherish the present moment instead of fretting. Everything is just a cycle of life and death anyway. That's all. An elder is amazed. What fortune! He's actually comprehended the law of life and death. He mutters that this is the perfect chance to temper my physical body. I decide to seize the opportunity and break through to the next realm. Someone screams, Li Xing, prepare to die, as they ambush me. I smirk. An ambush, huh? Let's see how you like my law of life and death. My attacker scoffs, calling me a tiny ant beneath notice. He declares, you dare to harm a disciple of the Demon-Suppression sect? An elder from my side retorts, who's the one bullying the younger generation here, you old fool? He glares at me, you're something else, kid. He nods in approval. You truly are worthy of my demon-subduing lineage. I bow respectfully. Thank you, Hall Master, for saving me. He assures me, from now on, in the Holy Demon Sect, no matter what mistake you make, I will protect you, he promises. Another Hall Master scoffs, calling him arrogant and boastful. He snaps, you talk big. He adds, perfect timing. Let's settle old and new scores right now. My protector argues, Xing, Liao Kuan was the one who ambushed him first. Li Xing was only defending himself, he insists. The other Hall Master sneers, so you're going to protect him? My protector declares, Li Xing is already a registered sacred son of my Holy Demon Hall. Of course I'm going to protect him, he says firmly. The other Hall Master backs down, admitting defeat for today. He reveals that this Sacred Son trial isn't about testing combat strength. It's a test of something else entirely, he says ominously. I'm confused. It's not about strength? I ask, then what is it about? I press, curious. I guess, is it about enlightenment ability? He explains that this trial involves going undercover in a righteous immortal sect as a spy. We have to learn at least one heavenly grade divine ability within a month. Our final score will be based on the grade of the technique we learn. I perk up. Spy work? Hey, I'm good at that. I think to myself. But another disciple panics and shouts, I forfeit. I forfeit. He explains, I've killed disciples from the Polar Star Palace before. I'll be recognized for sure, he whines. The Hall Master reassures us. Don't worry, I'll reshape your bodies for you. He adds, even your robes and identity Jade tokens are already prepared. All the necessary items are in your storage rings, he says. He points. The left light gate leads to the Polar Star Palace. The right one leads to the Sacred Path sect, he informs us. You have 1 month. Time limit starts now, he declares. If you don't return by then, he warns, your reincarnation bodies will automatically disperse. I step through and find myself at the Polar Star Palace. So this is it. I salute, announcing myself as Disciple Li Xing, here to report for duty. The gate guard confirms my identity after checking the token. A junior sister tells me that the White Tiger Hall is currently recruiting a lot of disciples. She suggests I try my luck there if I'm interested. I thank her for the tip. Thank you, senior sister, for the reminder. But inside, I'm sighing. I just want to finish this mission and get out of here, I groan. When, oh when, can I finally retire? I whine to myself. A mission board pops up. Nice. Task for today. Disciple Li Rixing accepts the mission. It reads, lead 10 outer disciples to the inner sect's back mountain. Collect 50 spirit herbs of grade D or higher. Completion reward, 100 contribution points. My real mission, though, is to learn a heavenly grade cultivation technique here at the Polar Star Palace. That's the only way I can pass the trial. But even the cheapest heavenly grade technique, the low-grade flaw-breaking finger, costs a whopping 300,000 contribution points. That's insane. Looks like I'll have to go to that White Tiger Hall after all. I bow and take my leave. Disciple will take his leave now. A senior sister eyes me. You're here for the White Tiger Hall assessment. She brightens up. Great. You're the very first male disciple we've had. She waves me over. Follow me, I'll test your spirit root. She warns me. You need at least a high-grade spirit root to enter the White Tiger Hall. You can handle that, right? She asks, a bit patronizing. I play it cool. High-grade spirit root is fine, I think. No need to show all my cards. I decide it's best to hold back and not reveal my full strength just yet. The test results come back. Dual high-grade spirit roots, she reads. Wind element and yin-yang element. You pass, she announces, delighted. She hands me a White Tiger Jade token. This is your pass. It grants you free access to the White Tiger Hall, she explains. She squeals, great. Our White Tiger Hall finally has a junior brother. She calls out excitedly, Senior Sister Zhao. Senior Sister Zhao. I recruited a male disciple, she boasts to the hall leader. He has dual high-grade spirit roots, she adds proudly. Senior Sister Zhao pats my shoulder. Train hard, she says encouragingly. She adds, you might have a shot at breaking through to the Divine Sea Realm one day. The junior sister leans in. Junior brotherly, the White Tiger Hall is all female disciples. You're the only male disciple here, she grins. I'm told to strictly follow these new rules. Use the last bathhouse stall during the day. No entering the inner hall at night. Have to report every time I go in or out. And I can't stare at a junior sister for more than 10 breaths. I'm starting to think this place was designed for perverts. Sister Zhao gets a secret letter delivered. I wonder if it's about the Holy Sun assessment. 3 days later, the inner disciples of the Holy Demon Sect head to the cultivation market for a trade. No matter where I go, I'm jumping at shadows. She tells me, little junior brother, you're coming with us. Then she mutters that someone is approaching. We need to hide for now. The enemy outnumbers us. We're no match for them. So I ask, what do we do next? Sister Zhao notes that there are quite a few demon leaders here. This trade deal of theirs must be big. She suggests we contact the master first. She orders us to keep watching. We'll wait for the master to arrive before making a move. She tells everyone to stay put, and not to reveal our position. I just wanted to score some merit. But this lineup is way out of my league. This is going to be tricky. Xiao Yuan saved up all these pills just to sell them now. It's a desperate move, but I'll take what I can get. He says my cultivation level doesn't matter. He'll boost my power. He tells me to circulate my energy according to that mantra. I finish and tell him I'm good. Sister Zhao thanks me for helping her expel the poison. I brush it off, saying it was nothing. Just a minor favor. A demon laughs as he finds us. Gotcha. He claims he doesn't want to fight to the death. He'll let us go if we hand over that inner disciple. Meaning me, obviously. Sister Zhao scoffs, asking if he expects us to betray a comrade. I step forward, saying I'll handle this. I tell them to stall for time. I yell at them to get out of here. The demon sneers. Kid, you've got guts. He repeats himself, savoring the threat. I just smirk. Yeah. Sister Zhao screams for me to dodge. I only wanted a slice of the credit. But no, they have to force my hand. Oh well, at least I'm ridding the world of scum. The demon lets out a final, agonized cry. I find a stash of pills on him. So many. Sister Zhao identifies them as ecstasy pills, which cloud the mind. She tells me to put that vile stuff away immediately. She decides I'll hold on to it for now. We greet the master and an elder. They tell us to rise. They ask for a full report. If those ecstasy pills hit the market, the damage to the immortal realm would be catastrophic. My master admits he can't see through my cultivation level. Wait, he said that out loud. The elder senses a powerful divine force inside me. He argues I wouldn't collude with the holy demon sect. He asks if we should investigate me. My master declines, pointing out I killed demon cultivators, and I'm not from the demon race. He guesses I have a powerful backer. The elder is cautious and wants to keep an eye on me. My master agrees to stay watchful. Phew, good thing they mistook my past life soul for some rebellious force. Otherwise I'd have no way to explain that. The master concludes that the ecstasy pills are too dangerous. They must stop the holy demon sect's trade. Someone mentions the cultivation market has 3 major merchant alliances: Yu Dingxian, Longhai Pavilion, and the Heavenly Dao Alliance. They suggest we talk to them first. My master says not to worry. The 3 alliances are on good terms with us. We'll find a place to stay in the market first. Someone suggests the Shuyanjian tea house. It's a den of all kinds of people. We won't be easily spotted there. My master reminds us to keep a low profile. We can't spook those demon lords. The innkeeper greets us as fellow cultivators. My master says we're here to hunt a demon general and need to hide. The innkeeper bows, deferring to an immortal's word. He promises to cooperate. He invites us to come inside and rest. My master tells everyone to get comfortable. I watch other disciples flirt, and I can't help but feel envious. But wishing for it won't get me anywhere. In the sacred domain, power is everything. An elder laughs and says I have great talent. He gives me a high-grade infant pill as a gift. I notice a trace of poison in it. Very subtle. If I hadn't lived in a demon sect, I might have missed it. The elder tells me not to worry. He claims he refined it himself. He says it might help me break through. I thank him for the pill, playing along. But to myself, I think, the pill is poisoned. With a single thought, that elder could turn me into his puppet. He plans to wait until the 2 hall masters leave, then use me to capture Zhao Yuer. I overhear him gloat to his accomplice about his scheme. I smirk to myself. Time for some entrapment. To expose them, I need to lure those 2 shop owners away. Otherwise, they won't dare make a move. I approach a woman and ask who she is and what she's doing here. She laughs, calling me a little cutie. She claims to be the holy son of the holy demon sect. She says she's taking me out for some fun today. She stammers with fake excitement. She tells her to come along for a good time. She laughs maniacally. The girl screams for her senior sister to save her. I shout for a senior brother to come help. The holy son panics and says she's out of here. I run out and yell for the Polar Star Palace disciples to come out. I tell them their junior sister has been kidnapped. Back in my head, I note the kid must have taken the pill. The elder plans to make him self-destruct the moment he gets close to that woman. I approach Sister Zhao, acting innocent. I tell her I just found a Jade token. It might have been dropped by that demon. She asks what kind of token it is. She urges me to take it out for a look. I present it to her. Here, Sister Zhao. She gasps, asking what I think I'm doing. She accuses me of killing someone for no reason. The elder behind her snarls that I've been hiding my strength. He admits he almost capsized in a ditch today. He realizes I faked being a puppet and fooled him. Someone screams for the blue and white hall masters. They shout that something terrible has happened. We're under attack. A demon sneers, saying not to bother. They've already sealed this brothel with their spiritual power. Our messages won't get out. He calls for senior brother 5 Poisons to hurry up. He tells me to die. I laugh back. A mere bug dares to shout. He screams as I destroy his life-bound sane artifact. He cries out in disbelief over his 5 Poison worm. His comrade just shrugs, saying since his life-bound item is broken, he'll take his origin power. The dying man protests they are fellow disciples. The other promises him a fine tombstone when he becomes an immortal. I shake my head. No good people left in this world. I drive a blade through the skull of another demon. He gasps, vowing to spare me today, but he swears he'll kill me another day. The demon collapses with a final cry. I chase after him, trying to run. Die. He screams he's from the Jade Cauldron Pavilion. He begs the sect leader to save him. A new voice, by Yin Kong, calls for mercy. He offers to owe the sect leader a favor. The Luo sect leader agrees to spare him, but since he tried to kill his disciple, there will be a price. The other asks what that price is. The Luo sect leader demands the turtle shell artifact on his hand. The other protests it's a treasure of his pavilion. He offers an additional saint weapon as compensation. He presents a low-grade saint artifact, Sand of the Heavenly River. The Luo sect leader demands two, or else they fight. The other spits out, fine, deal. He rounds on his own man, calling him a useless waste. The man blames it all on 5 Poisons, who is too lustful. His leader silences him, saying he's embarrassed them enough. He compliments the Polar Star Palace on its talent, noting even the tri-element demon art is cultivated to such a level. I sigh. This Luo Tianxing place is amazing, but I realize I have some explaining to do. My master demands to know how I mastered the tri-element demon art. I confess my real name is Xing. I'm a disciple of the 7 Mysteries sect from the Heavenly Domain. After arriving in the Sacred Domain, my master feared for my safety, so he allowed me to cultivate a demon art for self-defense. I leave out the part about infiltrating half a dozen sects. Best to keep things simple. My master seems to buy the story. He asks who my master in the 7 Mysteries sect is. I tell him it's Xian Tianya. He looks surprised. Xian Tianya's disciple. Well, that went better than expected. I let out a breath I didn't know I was holding. Now I just need to stay out of trouble for 5 minutes. But knowing my luck, that's wishful thinking. Still, I'm in one piece for now. And I've got a new stash of pills to examine. Maybe today isn't so bad after all. I follow my master back to the inn, hoping the next surprise is a good one, but I'm not holding my breath. In this world, the other shoe always drops. At least I've got a good story out of it, and maybe a bit of extra credit. I'll take the win. Now, about that Jade token. They ask me who my master is at the 7 Mysteries sect. Xian Tianya, I tell them. They can't believe I'm the disciple of junior brother Tianya. Well, I'll be. They actually know each other. Looks like I've stumbled back into my master's old stomping ground. I point at the face western robe and explain, that's my master. They say the only reason Xian Tianya's concoction fooled the immortal realm masters is thanks to a higher power's help. The guy claims my destined nemesis is right here. He insists his astral observations are spot on. He's sure there's someone here who's a cosmic counter to the young palace master. You might just die at this person's hands, he warns. The palace master declares he'll slaughter the holy demon sect. He scoffs at the young palace master's ability to kill him. I am the son of the demon Star Hall's master from the holy demon sect, he boasts. Long Jinfei barks an order for everyone to kneel or die. So the Jade Cauldron Pavilion has thrown in with the holy demon sect. I wonder if they've spotted we're from the Polar Star Palace. No way, I think, considering Lu Jinfei's cultivation level. He's no match for our master either. So how dare he come along? It's obvious Lu Jinfei has no clue who we really are. I bet that robe-wearing Taoist set him up to get his revenge by using him as a weapon. He lets out a maniacal laugh. Robe Taoist, the young master snarls. He can't believe the guy has the nerve to show his face again. Suddenly, Li Rixing from the Water Cloud Pavilion launches a sneak attack. The tortoiseshell arcane shard turns out to be a fragment of an ancient divine wood. The young master mocks him for thinking he can break through it. He cuts the chatter short and asks if he dares to come back. I point out to the guy that he's being used as a tool for murder. The robe Taoist steps forward. He offers to kill Li Rixing himself if the shard is handed over. I remind myself that demon cults never keep their word. If I hand him the shard, I figure I'll die an even worse death. I'd trust Li Rixing over this joker any day. I make a deal. Hold him off, and I'll give you the shard. The young master is outraged that anyone would defy him. I realize it's the primal sunset demon god. It takes the 7th level of the heavenly demon transformation to summon one of those. The demon god growls at me to hand over the shard. He demands I cut off my own arm if I want to live. I suddenly ask Luo Jinfei if he smells something odd. He asks what I'm talking about. Apart from the perfume from the Water Cloud Pavilion, he says he smells nothing. I laugh and tell him it's the stench of a latrine. I suggest it's because he forgot to rinse his mouth. Your breath is so strong it's hitting me. I joke. He snarls, furious I called his breath foul. He says he was going to spare me, but now I've sealed my fate. He warns that I won't have another chance. He attacks. He can't believe his eyes. That strike was almost an instant kill. He's stunned by the raw power of the sword energy. Li Rixing screams, no. He starts praising me, Li Xing, as an irreplaceable genius. He notes that I've got a trump card up my sleeve. To me, he says, this level of power is just a casual workout. He roars about his destruction yin-yang scissors. He boasts it matches the power of a top-grade Saint artifact. He yells at me to die. I smirk and tell him his tricks aren't impressive. He begs, give me. The young master is dead. I realize this guy was the only son of the Dark Star Demon Emperor, and that Emperor is a petty tyrant who throws a fit if his own disciples get a scratch. This is going to be a problem. I mutter that we're in serious trouble. Lu Jianfei was the apple of the Dark Star Demon Emperor's eye. I bet the Emperor will storm in here without a second thought. Unless the sect leader comes personally, nobody can stop that madman. I admit I didn't think this through, but I'm not one to shy away from the consequences. I'll take whatever comes. Someone says, well said. Since you're not running, stay. Bai Yinkong and Lan Chunyun are ordered back to the sect immediately. The vice sect leader steps up. He argues that Li Rixing is a peerless genius who will bring glory to the Polar Star Palace. He begs him to see the bigger picture. Vice sect leader Lu, the other says, I feel the same way. He asks if they can take Li Rixing with them, but Hall Master Lan and Hall Master Bai know the truth. The vice leader declares he has an irreconcilable blood feud with Xian Tianya. He sneers, asking why he'd save that man's disciples. No more arguments, he cuts them off. I didn't kill him, he claims. He says that's the only mercy he's showing, because the kid is still a disciple of the palace. He tells me not to blame him, but Xian Tianya. I sigh and say, Hall Master Bai. I tell Hall Master Lan not to stress over it. I explain that I've already touched the threshold of the immortal realm. Once I break through, I might just be able to take him on. The Dark Star Demon Emperor is still out there. Hall Master Bai hands me a seal that can withstand an 8th level immortal realm expert. Keep it safe, she says. I thank her. The demon sect's pursuit isn't letting up. I figure this place is too hot to stay. There's a bounty on Li Rixing's head now, offering a top-grade Saint artifact. They can't believe he dared to kill the young master. The Holy Demon Sect has taken over the Jade Cauldron Pavilion. Perfect, I think. Time for a secluded meditation. I need to break through to the immortal realm. Then I'll figure out my next move. Since it's one of the 3 ancient divine arts, it should help me handle the worst. My divine tree has transformed into an ancient forbidden tree seed. If it grows, I'll become an ancient heaven-earth spirit root. You've cultivated a divine art body, but I've already perfected my natal one. Under the rule of 3 to 10 people, the law is the immortal chi. The 10th level of the immortal realm is about condensing that chi into celestial energy. He shouts that it's impossible. He's never heard of a divine art body surpassing its original. He identifies it as a Dao body. Even across 1,000 years, only one has ever appeared. He gasps, my heavens. He marvels at what kind of prodigy this is. Breaking through to the immortal realm requires 3 Dao saints. Right now, I can only use my past life soul to touch the Dao's light I haven't felt in ages. Merging 3 Dao bodies and their different energies needs a ton of immortal chi. I hear the Heavenly Dao Alliance is hosting an auction soon. This is my chance. I head over to see if they have any immortal chi for sale. I need to stock up for my breakthrough. A waiter asks what tea I'd like. I tell him to bring 1 pot of each. Make that 2 pots of those so-called 3 great teas. He nods and says, right away, sir. I sense someone spying on me with divine thought. They seem to be rogue cultivators around the 5th or 6th level of the spirit sea. I let out a grunt. Politeness demands a return, I figure. I laugh dryly. The guy next door decides I must be a true master. He sends junior sister Jai over. He's got a mysterious fragment he couldn't figure out. It's useless to him, he says. He offers it as a gift of apology. A mysterious fragment. I can't believe scaring off 2 rogue cultivators got me this. The woman greets me as senior brother. She apologizes for their rudeness and spying on me. I wave it off as a minor misunderstanding. She then flatters me, saying I'm heroic and handsome. She claims to be smitten. I snatch the fragment back, shouting, no, keep your hands off. My fragment. I growl under my breath. I accuse her of trying to steal my gold essence. She backpedals, saying I've misunderstood. She insists she just got carried away by the moment. Carried away? I snap. You were plotting something. She keeps saying I've got it wrong. She shows me the gift she brought as proof. She swears she only came to apologize. I tell her to get lost. She hurriedly tells her companion to leave. I call them back. Hold on, you two. A representative from the Heavenly Tao Alliance stops them. He says they're very interested in the divine wood fragment in their hands. He asks what they think of a potential deal. I ask for 2 jugs of wine, hoping to drown my recent memories. The attendant nods respectfully, calling me Your Reverence. I sense someone peeking at me with their spiritual sense, amateur hour. They're clearly loose cultivators, judging by their cultivation base. All of them are stuck around the 5th or 6th level of the Divine Sea realm. I let out a quiet snort. Really? That's the best they've got? Well, it's only polite to return the favor, right? I chuckle to myself. Let's see how they like it. Whoever's in that private booth next door is definitely no ordinary Joe. He tells junior sister Jade to pay a visit next door on his behalf. He pulls out a fragment of something called Mysterious Wonder. He admits he couldn't figure out what it does, so now it's completely useless to him, just taking up space. He tells her to offer it as an apology gift. Wait, mustard fragment? That's what he called it. I never expected that a casual show of force against 2 rogue cultivators would pay off so handsomely. And just like that, a treasure lands in my lap. Talk about luck. A voice calls out, "Senior brother?" from outside. They claim not to know the proper etiquette around here. They admit they offended or bumped into me earlier. They beg for my forgiveness, hoping I'll let it slide. I wave it off. Just a small misunderstanding. No need to worry about it, I add casually. One of them gushes. "Ah, senior brother, you're so heroic and handsome." She claims she's utterly smitten and can't help herself. I hold up my hands. No, don't. I try to shoo her away. Put that away already. I mutter under my breath. That's my fragment. I narrow my eyes. Humph, are you trying to steal my gold yuan? No, senior brother, you're mistaken, she insists quickly. She claims she just got carried away in the moment. I snort. Carried away? Right. To me, it looks like you had ulterior motives, I say flatly. She backpedals. Senior brother, you misunderstand. She points out that she brought a gift, see? Right here. She swears she came specifically to apologize. I sigh. Just get lost. She whispers urgently to her companion. Let's go now. I call after them. Hey, you too. Hold on a moment. I introduce myself as representing the Celestial Alliance. I tell them I'm extremely interested in that swordwood fragment they have. I ask politely, what would you say to a trade? The Heavenly Tao Alliance offers to trade a mid-grade holy artifact for it. I wonder how we ended up with a piece of the mustard seed fragment. Wait, could that fragment we just gave away, the one that was neither wood nor metal, actually be the mustard seed fragment? If that's the case, we just handed over a mid-grade holy artifact for nothing. No way, I have to go get it back. Let me handle it instead. He might not even know what that fragment is worth. I'll trade it back for some dragon blood ginseng. This elder here motions for us to hold on a moment. He says a short wait is fine. As long as the item is brought over, the trade can happen anytime. I didn't expect the Heavenly Tao Alliance to react so quickly. The moment they spotted the mustard seed fragment, they immediately sent someone to buy it up. This senior disciple here apologizes for the earlier offense. He insists that a useless fragment like that isn't enough to show their sincerity. They offer a top-grade Heavenly Dragon Beer ginseng as compensation. He sets the gift down and tells me I can leave now. Another senior disciple steps up, asking if I could return that fragment. He claims they have another use for it. But once something is given, it's mine. There's no rule saying I have to give it back. He accuses me of being completely unreasonable. He warns that the Heavenly Tao Alliance wants this item. He asks if I'm ready to go against them. I retort, what's the Heavenly Tao Alliance to me? I tell him to get out. He fumes, saying I'll regret this. Now, 5 immortal artifacts from Great Buddha cultivators are on the block. 5 immortal artifacts, all being auctioned as a set. The starting bid is 500 million. In top-grade spirit stones, each bid must increase by at least 10 million. Top-grade spirit stones at that. I blink. 500 million? Did I hear that right? The crowd murmurs in disbelief. Who would pay that much? Someone else bellows. How dare you look directly at me? He demands I kneel and kowtow in apology. He threatens to make me pay if I don't comply. I've seen arrogant people before, but this is a new level. The onlookers gasp. He's publicly humiliating Senior Xia. They realize this is Xia Ligu himself. His master is Xing Immortal Venerable, one of the 3 leaders of the Scattered Cultivator Alliance. They whisper that he's doomed. Xing Immortal Venerable is a heavenly immortal realm expert. They say even without the venerable acting. The moment he steps out of the Heavenly Tao Alliance, countless Scattered Cultivator Alliance members will hunt him down. Xia Ligu sneers, telling me I've got some nerve. He vows to grind my bones to dust once we're outside. 600 million, I bid again. The crowd can't believe I'm still competing with Senior Xia for the immortal artifacts. They think I've lost my mind, trying to court death for attention. He dares me to raise the bid further at 1.1 billion. He threatens to tear off my head if I don't have the spirit stones to pay. I finish my appraisal and note his personality type. He's volatile, flammable, and explosive. I have to admit, that was a clever move. But Senior Xia and the Heavenly Tao Alliance Elder won't let this go. Not after losing the immortal artifacts and the Sword Tomb fragment. I need to find a way to slip out of here. A servant reminds the Venerable that his tea is getting cold. He takes a sip. I've got the Heart Demon Curse scripture now, huh? First, I'll refine the mustard seed fragment to avoid any complications later. My Tao body is about to merge. And it's time to break through to the immortal realm. The scale of this tribulation cloud is no ordinary prodigies. The Heavenly Tao Alliance members wonder when they cultivated such a genius. One elder claims he would have known if they had. He insists this person isn't a disciple of the Heavenly Tao Alliance. Suddenly, someone shouts that the tribulation cloud is expanding again. A Buddha cultivator mutters piously that such a calamity would be perfect for Buddhism. He claims it would bring eternal prosperity to the sect. Another old monk scoffs and tells him to spare the sales pitch. Another faction leader offers to match him with top-tier fox spirit maidens if he joins the Heavenly Demon Sacred Ground. A princess nearby notes how heaven-defying his talent is, and that the heavens themselves are jealous. She warns that a great calamity will strike this place, urging everyone to leave quickly. Someone at the third realm dares to ambush me? How laughable. I command him to kneel. He curses in fury, swearing to kill me. He boasts that as Xing Immortal Venerable's disciple, he can't be suppressed so easily. He reveals a protective artifact made from a Heaven-Earth Spirit Root fragment. He's shocked that I broke through it. The onlookers mutter in disbelief that I managed it. Someone pleads for mercy on his behalf, reminding us he's the Venerable's personal disciple. I retort, so what if he's Xing's disciple? He ambushed me first, and if his skills fall short, he has to face the consequences. He refuses to accept defeat, crying out to the life Tao to free him. Suddenly, a voice booms. He dares to touch this master's treasure? The voice declares that not just anyone can kill his disciple. He announces his intent to seize my body for a soul transfer, letting Xia Li Ji's spirit be reborn. He comments that my soul is as strong as an immortal realm 5th level. He believes my talent will let Li Ji's cultivation advance further after rebirth. The young master thanks his master. I mutter that he's been yapping long enough. Time to end this. His soul power actually elevates the quality of my own soul. Not bad for an immortal Venerable's divine thought. The Venerable senses something wrong. Xia Li Gu is dead, and the life pearl has lost contact. He wonders what suppressed his divine thought. He commands his people to head to the cultivation market immediately. To find out who killed Xia Li Gu, a supreme immortal technique activates. Here comes the first tribulation, divine annihilation lightning. The crowd watches in awe as the tribulation cloud expands again. It's now 10,000 zhong wide. They realize that if this tribulation struck the Tianyu continent, it would be an apocalypse-level disaster. Some suspect this isn't a prodigy being tested, but someone burdened with heavy karma. I laugh wildly as the second tribulation, the divine dragon tribulation, passes. Li Rixing's heavenly tribulation is terrifying in scale. The enemies decide to hold back, fearing collateral damage from the lightning. They plan to strike when I'm weak. One of them notices the aura of the reincarnation demon palace on me. He wonders if I secretly learned the holy demon sects techniques. Another notes that since I'm a prodigy of the Polar Star Palace, it's not surprising I know demonic arts. A vengeful father declares that whoever killed his son must die today. He reveals a void needle, which, once ignited, nothing can extinguish. Until everything around is burned to ash. He figures he won't even need to act. He plans to use my soul as a lantern to mourn his son after I'm gone. Someone else gasps, that's the great sun true fire. They can't believe I've comprehended it. No one has ever heard of such a feat. This kid is something else. The third great tribulation begins. I mutter to myself, oh my heaven. A celestial passage appears. It seems the heavenly Tao itself favors me. The crowd panics, wondering what kind of tribulation this is. It's 100 times more terrifying than the endless calamity wind. They recognize it as the void calamity wind, a wind only born when worlds collapse. The void calamity wind rises from the void itself. endless and unceasing, with no beginning or end. Until everything is reduced to ash, it will return all matter to primordial chaos. A pity, heaven is jealous of geniuses. They think I definitely won't survive this tribulation. My vital energy would be a great tonic. A scavenger mutters that he needs to hurry and claim a piece. I grit my teeth and refuse to let this be the end. I can't fall here. The void calamity wind stirs the heavenly tribulation's roar. My endless calamity Tao can turn into something intangible. I channel that principle. The wind howls around me. But I refuse to break. I'll walk through this tribulation or die trying. The elders watch in silence, wondering if I have any tricks left. I focus on my breathing, letting the chaos wash over me. The void calamity wind seeks to unmake me. But I've faced worse. I think of all the scheming I've survived. This is just another storm to weather. I steady myself and push forward. The tribulation howls in response. But I'm still standing. That alone is a victory. I laugh through the pain. This is cultivation, surviving the impossible, and I'm very good at surviving. I hear someone mutter about this kid, and I'm guessing they mean me. They're saying this is the third greatest heavenly secret. I let out a gasp. My heavens, this is beyond anything I expected. A passage to the immortal realm has appeared. Everyone's shouting that I've been blessed by the heavenly Tao of the immortal realm. I have no idea how this knot of wind formed. Someone claims it's 100 times more terrifying than the calamity knot wind. They mutter about formation, dwelling, decay, and emptiness, the cycle of destruction. Then they realize it. This is the void knot wind. Apparently, this wind only appears when worlds are collapsing. The void knot wind, they say, rising from the void itself. It surges upward, endless and relentless. There's no stopping it, no pause in its fury. It wounds nothing and destroys nothing directly. But it grinds everything to ash, slowly and surely. It devours all matter, returning it to chaos. Someone sighs. What a pity. Heaven envies genius. They're convinced I won't survive this tribulation. I hear a greedy whisper about how my life essence is a great tonic. Another voice mutters they'd better hurry to grab a share. I shake my head. No, I can't let this keep going. I tell myself, I can't fall here. I focus on the void not wind. I try to channel it, invoking the sounds of the heavens. I realize my doomsday annihilation law can transform into something intangible, the void itself. I start thinking about cause and effect, and how everything in this world is tied to consequences. The power of karma is even stronger than before. This is getting serious. Someone raises a new banner, some symbol of authority I don't recognize. We lock eyes, and I know exactly what's coming next, a classic stare down. The six senses give rise to six worldly influences, or so the old texts say. Those influences solidify into the red dust of mortal life, and from that dust, karma is born, the stuff that haunts cultivators forever. Karma spins the wheel of cause and effect, and I'm stuck right in the middle. A man like that, burdened by so much karma, is nothing but trouble. This item is incredibly cooling, perfect for beating the heat. It's just what I need to apply the heavenly demon art properly. I can use it to wipe out my inner demons once and for all. That should help me break through to the next cultivation level. This night dew is refreshing, a real lifesaver in this stuffy cave. Another opportunity just drops into my lap. I'm on a roll today. The distance is about 40 meters around my body, just in my strike zone. I mutter a quick, yes under my breath, already planning my next move. His treasure is mine now, finders keepers in this brutal world. How dare he try to ambush me like that? The audacity is impressive. This is utterly outrageous. I can't let this slide. That kid actually broke through 3 realms in a row. Unbelievable. I can't wait any longer. I have to act now before it's too late. That brat has to die. He's becoming too dangerous to leave alive. Good. They're all just clones trying to ambush me. I can handle that. So you can tell me what you know, spill it already. Word comes that the longevity demon emperor has been killed by Li Rixing. That kid is an absolute monster, a menace to everyone around him. Someone shouts for backup to come quickly and suppress him. Li Rixing. That name sounds very familiar, like an old nightmare. Could it be Li Xing? That would explain a lot of things. Li Xing is getting too famous for his own good. Trouble follows fame. He's offended so many enemies, I've lost count of them all. Looks like people from the Celestial Demon Holy Land have arrived too. The shopkeeper from Jinling steps forward, a sly look on his face. He tells me to infiltrate quietly and see what's going on inside. He orders me to send a message immediately if anything happens. Wait a moment, I say, holding up a hand to stop him. I offer to trade a top-grade holy artifact in exchange for the Dark Star magic power. He proposes we put on a little act together to fool the others. I nod, saying I understand the plan perfectly. I'm going to act a little arrogant later. I warn him ahead of time. I ask the Vice Sect Master not to take it personally when I do. He demands that Li Rixing release the Dark Star Demon Emperor immediately. Otherwise, he threatens, today will be his dying day next year. Li Rixing smirks, asking if they really expect him to just let the man go. He counters by saying they can trade a top-grade holy artifact for the prisoner. How dare you? The other side roars, accusing him of asking for too much. They call out his name, Li Rixing, with barely contained rage. One of them agrees to trade a top-grade holy artifact for the Love Heart Demon Emperor. They produce the Celestial Yuan Copper Coin, a fragment of an immortal artifact. It's said to possess a cutting power that can slice through almost anything. There might be other uses for it too, but they don't know what. They tell me I'll have to figure that out on my own. Get lost, they snap, dismissing me with a wave of the hand. Li Rixing swears today's grudge won't be forgotten. He vows to repay it 1,000-fold, with interest. They assure me that White Jade Demon Concubine is waiting outside to guard me. I'm told to try to contact the nameless organization somehow. They're supposed to pick me up and get me back safely. I notice the Demon Clan. These are spies sent by the Celestial Demon Holy Land. Perfect, I can use them as bait for a bigger trap. I blurt out a confused what, as the situation shifts. The spy asks, Li Rixing, how did you discover me? In utter shock. I tell him his 5 elements power, no matter how subtle, can't hide from my divine sense. It's useless trying to sneak around me. I see everything. I cut him off, saying there's no time for nonsense, and give him 2 choices. Option 1, I crush his demon core and end him right here. Option 2, he makes a deal with me and lives to see another day. He asks warily what kind of deal I'm offering him. I tell him to send a message to White Jade Demon Concubine. He needs to lure her here alone, without any backup. He sends word to the concubine, claiming Li Rixing just got cocky. He says he caught me off guard and managed to capture me. The liar boasts that he's already taken me prisoner. He mentions that I'm loaded with treasures and magical artifacts. He even claims I have an undying sacred fruit on me. She gasps, what? An undying sacred fruit too? In disbelief. She marvels that the Polar Star Palace values this kid so highly. She decides to come immediately with her people to claim the loot. Then she thinks twice. The treasures are plenty, but sharing is a problem. She realizes there won't be enough for everyone if she brings the whole crew. She sighs and tells him to wait. She'll come alone. She says she's coming in solo right now, no witnesses. I ask myself if this plan can really fool White Jade Demon Concubine. I smirk. She's obsessed with revenge for her man. That's her weakness. Add in a little greed, and she's sure to fall right into the trap. I'm confident she'll take the bait without a second thought. The shopkeeper from Jinling steps up, looking pleased with himself. She tells him he's done a great service this time around. She promises to reward him handsomely for his loyalty. He addresses her respectfully as Concubine Jade. He says he's already refined the candle dragon gourd ahead of time. Now he's presenting it to her as a gift, all ready to use. I think to myself, White Jade Demon Concubine, you fell for it. She realizes she's been duped and turns on him in fury. She screams, Jinling, you actually conspired with Li Rixing. He pleads, Concubine, I just want to survive, trying to calm her down. I yell for them to stop fighting before someone actually dies. I offer her a deal. I won't kill her if she cooperates. But she has to hand over her demonic essence as a guarantee. I assure her I always keep my promises, for what that's worth. I feel my bloodline power evolving into that of a flood dragon. Amazing. I tell my senior brother I'll repay this favor someday for sure. My physical body is now approaching the level of a top-grade holy artifact. I shrink myself down and slip inside, using my new size to my advantage. I've now broken through to the immortal realm and left the old me behind. Without even noticing, my cultivation has surpassed even Xintian cliffs. I owe Bai Yinkong and Lan Xunyu a favor for helping me get here. I decide to head back to the Polar Star Palace for a while and check in. Someone confronts Bai Yinkong about lending the Dragon Snake Emperor seal to Li Rixing. They accuse him of doing it without permission, leading to the artifact's loss. They suggest revoking his position as shopkeeper and finding a replacement. He scoffs, calling the accusation baseless nonsense. I walk in, and they greet me. Li Rixing, you're back. Someone asks Lu Feixing if he's okay, and confirms I returned safely. They say the Dragon Snake Emperor seal must be intact if I'm alive. The accuser asks if I have anything to say in my defense now. They address me directly. Li Rixing, what do you have to say? They point out that 2 demon emperors were on the scene. They demand to know how I managed to escape from them. They even suggest I might be a spy for the Holy Demon Sect. How did I escape? I repeat the question with a grin. By relying on my own strength, of course, I reply confidently. I produce the artifact and present it to Hall Master Bai, proving my word. Someone kneels and reports to the elders that I'm innocent. News arrives that many demon cultivators from the Holy Demon Sect were slain by me. They turn to Lu Feixing, asking if he still has any doubts with the evidence. They announce that I killed many demon experts on the battlefield. This great deed has brought honor to the Polar Star Palace. They propose appointing me as the Vice Hall Master of the White Tiger Hall. They ask if I'm willing to accept the position. I bow and say, I am honored. I accept willingly. Someone mutters, perfect, with a hint of jealousy in their voice. A fellow disciple congratulates me. Junior brotherly, you're Vice Hall Master now. Someone says this is wonderful and hands me something from the master. It's the Hall Master's token and a jade slip containing the instant kill sword technique. I thank a senior sister named Zhang for her trouble. She adds that as Vice Hall Master, I get a yearly visit to the Undying Tree's Forbidden Zone. Then she mentions, blushing, that she dreamed about me last night. I roll my eyes at a group of young girls giggling nearby. They don't even see what kind of complicated person he really is. A senior brother warns me that the Undying Chi in the Forbidden Zone can aid cultivation, but it can also assimilate my flesh and turn me into wood. He tells me to be extremely careful and not to overdo it. I reassure him and tell him to head back first. I mutter to myself, little Bay, the Undying Chi will turn flesh into wood. At the 3rd level of the immortal realm, I can absorb it from 100 yards away. I must not be greedy and try to take too much at once. I thank an elder for the valuable warning. Someone nearby gasps, calling me crazy for what I'm about to do. They can't believe I'm gathering so much Undying Chi around me. Aren't I afraid of being turned into a wooden puppet? They ask. Then they notice the flames. It's solar true fire burning on my body. In just 1 month, I've managed to refine all the Undying Chi within 10 yards. My body has reached the level of a top-grade holy artifact. Someone marvels that a kid like me achieved something so incredible. They call it baffling, beyond all reason and logic. With such monstrous talent, I'm destined to dominate the holy domain one day. When I broke through, a connecting passage opened up to somewhere else. They see it as a heavenly fortunate opportunity once seized. One elder admits they can't even dream of catching up to me now. A voice suddenly shouts for me to leave the Polar Star Palace immediately. The news is that Dao Heart Immortal Lord and Celestial Demon Saint Master have captured Xing Wuji. They're escorting him back to the Polar Star Palace right now. I panic. What do I do now? Should I run? But what about Hall Master Lan and Hall Master Bai? I can't just leave them. A junior disciple asks me anxiously, Senior brotherly, did you read my letter? I nod and say, if I have time, I'd be happy to go admire the moon together. Someone jokes that even a hero has a soft spot for a beautiful woman. White Jade Demon Concubine mocks me for falling into the same trap twice. She says everyone learns from their mistakes, but I clearly didn't. She notices I've broken through to the 7th level of the immortal realm. She struggles against my hold, but I tell her not to bother. I assure her I won't kill her. I just need to borrow her body for a while. I realize this is the guardian beast of the Polar Star Palace, a divine creature. To save the palace from its current crisis, I'll need its help. White Jade Demon Concubine whines that she's already very weak. She begs me not to disturb her while she's trying to sleep. I declare myself as the Vice Hall Master of the White Tiger Hall. I announce that I now have White Jade Demon Concubine under my control. I ask if he's read the letter I sent last time. He nods, saying if there's time, he'll gladly go admire the moonlight. Well, even heroes stumble over a pretty face. Li Rixing, I tease, is proving that old saying right. The white jade demon concubine, I name her. They say a fall into a pit makes you wiser, I remark. But here you are, falling into the same trap again, I point out. I note how much your demon clan must revere you. I hear a gasp, surprised I've broken through to the 7th level of the immortal realm. I tell him not to struggle. I assure him I'm not here to take his life. I just need to borrow his body for a while. I reveal this is the guardian beast of the Polar Star Palace. To resolve the crisis at the Polar Star Palace, I explain, I'll need his help. The white jade demon concubine speaks up, sounding irritable. She complains she's already very weak. She snaps at me not to disturb her sleep. I announce myself as the deputy hall master of the White Tiger Hall. Xing declares that the white jade demon concubine is now under my control. Someone comes to me looking for cooperation. I ask what kind of cooperation they're talking about. They say the heavenly demon Saint Lord is about to descend, and they need my help. They want me to open a void passage to pinpoint the heavenly demon Saint Lord's location. They promise that if I help, I'll have full meals from now on. Unlimited delicacies from land and sea. I ask if they're serious and not tricking me. They swear they won't break their word. They immediately offer 200 million high-grade spirit stones as a down payment. I grunt, saying that barely fills me up to 60%. I agree to the deal. I let out a surprised whoa. He laughs and calls out for his consort. He remarks that she came to greet him personally. He asks if Xing has been killed yet. Someone shouts for the Great King to be careful. The Polestar Palace's formation is active. The sect's barrier is already open. He says he can't get in. He yells for Xing Wuji to open the barrier immediately, demanding to be let inside. But Xing Wuji refuses and tells him he's asking for death. I caution him not to be impulsive. I think to myself that Xing Wuji is being so resolute. He's probably holding something back. Someone scoffs, asking what there is to hesitate about. He suggests they just refine him directly. I mutter that I'll use his essence without needing a booster. A hearty laugh echoes. I declare that if they think they can make me yield, they're dreaming. Someone accuses Hao Xing of being overly cautious. They say, isn't he dead now? Someone retorts that Xing Wuji is no small figure. He wouldn't die that easily. A voice booms, demanding to know what demon dares to cause trouble. It asks who dares to make a scene at the Polestar Palace. They demand to see the sect leader, Xing Wuji. A laugh declares that Xing Wuji is already dead. They say if we're smart, we'll open the grand formation, and they'll spare our lives. I'm shocked. Their cultivation rivals a celestial immortal. I wonder who can ascend to that level. Someone warns the master not to spread rumors to confuse everyone. They say they won't fall for it. The enemy declares they're only looking for Li Yinsheng. They demand we hand over Xing, promising to preserve our sect's legacy. They ask why we wouldn't agree. Someone curses, saying even if the sect leader falls, they won't surrender. They won't betray their fellow disciples, just to survive. I think to myself that the Polestar Palace isn't without hope. Xing is incredibly talented. He's managed to open the undying forbidden land. If he comprehends it and breaks through, he might be able to hold off these two enemies. They call for Xing to come out quickly. They say they'll open the undying forbidden land for him, to let him fully refine the undying divine tree. I let out a sarcastic ha. What a stroke of luck. I mutter that if I'd known earlier, I wouldn't have possessed the white feather demon consort. Now I can't leave. I decide to save people first. Someone yells at the white jade demon consort, accusing her of trespassing in the White Tiger Hall. I apologize, saying I have to send her somewhere. I laugh, asking if they think hiding in the forbidden land will stop me. I declare that even the undying divine tree, a treasure of heaven and earth, is mine now. They accuse us of being insatiable. Today, they'll fight to the death. Someone scoffs, calling them a defeated opponent. They say, haven't you learned your lesson? I realize Xing Wuji isn't dead after all. They deduce that his secret to resurrection lies in the undying tree. I sigh. There's no point in talking more. It's time to fight. I use the moment to slip past and get in. I let out a relieved ah. I realize Xing Wuji's soul has merged with the undying divine tree. No wonder he could be reborn. He's been using the tree as his own sea of consciousness. I note he's at the 7th realm. Remarkable, truly remarkable. Then 8th realm. The undying art is a heavenly technique of absorption and refinement. It should be enough for me to break through to the 9th realm, but it's not working at all. The regenerative power of this undying art is ridiculously overpowered. Forcibly extracting essence from the tree isn't going to work either. I figure any small improvement is better than none. When their energy is finally exhausted, my skills might come in handy. Someone says if Li Rixing were here, they could hold out a bit longer. But they dismissed the thought. He's still young. It's better he's not here. As long as the Green Mountain remains, there's no shortage of firewood. I report that I've sensed all the female disciples of the White Tiger Hall have vanished. Likely he secretly rescued them. That kid doesn't seem heartless. We just sent him a telepathic message to go to the undying forbidden land. I hope he heard it. I decide that us old bones will buy some time for the younger generation. I grit my teeth, hold the line, don't let them break the formation. The power of the laws is nearly exhausted. I can't hold on much longer. The enemy shouts to attack. The Polestar Palace is on its last legs. I curse. My spiritual beast's energy is almost gone. At this rate, everyone will die, even with my talent. I can't break through to the peak realm in time. I guess I have to target the undying tree after all. Taking branches won't get me any medicine, but Shopkeeper Lon must have a way. I ask Shopkeeper Lon how to cut branches from the undying divine tree. He asks what I'm planning. If I'm trying to seize the tree itself, I tell him to extend his divine sense and see the situation. I explain that taking the tree is for the sake of the Polestar Palace. I address the senior disciple and the sect leader. Listen up. Shopkeeper Lon says the profound ice divine art can freeze different weapons. Freeze the branches first, then cut them successfully. But this divine tree is extremely tough. You can only take the smallest tips. I ask Shopkeeper Lon to supervise this branch cutting. I let out an O of understanding. I thank Shopkeeper Lon. These branches are enough. I sense a terrifying aura and wonder what it is. I realize it's the Azura King. I can make an offering to him. The branches of the undying tree. To gain power, I plead for the heavenly God to grant me strength, to help me repel the powerful enemies. The God says my offering is satisfactory. They will grant me the power of the zero-day wand. My power suddenly surges, nearing a celestial immortal. I'm stunned. I ask if it sounds good. I shout to the two enemies, Prideful Star, Immortal Venerable, and Heavenly Radiance Envoy. They won't succeed. Someone wonders what he means by that. What could we not succeed at? Something's off. He should be able to hold out longer. Now he's suddenly freezing up. I realize with dread, it's the undying tree. Someone recognizes it as Li, the deputy shopkeeper. They cry out joyfully, he's back. They exclaim, we're saved. Someone cheers for Li Rixing, the good lad. You really are the turning point. Another voice says they've been waiting for me. With me here, we can definitely repel these enemies. I announce to everyone that although there's a new sect leader, the Polestar Palace's secret arts haven't been passed to me. I order all Supreme Elders to operate the Grand Formation with me. Today, I'll flatten every obstacle for the Polestar Palace. An enemy shouts, how dare you ruin my plans? Your life is forfeit. They're shocked. Impossible. They can't believe my physical body is stronger than theirs. I realize this berserk attack is refining my impurities deeper, tempering my body 100 times over. Someone notes that this kid's talent is astonishing. He's actually growing stronger with every fight. I taunt the heavenly demon, saying with you by his side. I'll kill him in one blow. I mock the heavenly demon Saint Lord, saying his strength is too weak. I mention that prideful Heartstar Venerable is sleeping in another sand desert. My parents never even hit me that hard. I note that the energy is being refined continuously. If this keeps up, even if the divine power fades, I can still fight them. Someone says this won't work. The divine power seems to be waning. It must be a temporary power-boosting measure, surely linked to the undying art. One of them says they'll trap Li Rixing. The other should uproot the undying divine tree. With the Pole Star Palace at stake, I threaten to assassinate him. He asks if I'm not afraid he'll run off with the undying tree. I dare him to try. I watch Tian Yao and think, this can't go on like this. With that one strike, Brother Li's divine strength seems to be waning. It has to be some kind of temporary power boost. And I bet it's linked to that undying art. I hatch a plan. I'll find a way to trap Li Rixing. Then he tells me to go pull out the immortal tree and take the Polar Star Palace with me, apparently. Watching my back, he says I'll be assassinating him as a distraction. I ask him if he's not worried I'll just run off with the immortal tree. He just shrugs and says, you can try. 2 cultivators from the Candlelight and Silver Moon paths of the Void Immortal Realm show up, and I can already tell this is going to be trouble. They're short 1 demon beast mount, apparently. They move fast, heading straight for the forbidden land of immortality. They're yelling at each other to get into the forbidden land faster. I look around and think, how did the sect end up like this? Where's the sect leader? Where's Lu Feixing? Someone cuts off the questions, barking orders to defend first. They shout that no one's getting into the forbidden land on their watch. One of the intruders scoffs, saying a mere mountain gate formation can't hold him. I spot it. That's the ancient Demon-Suppression tower, used to seal demons in the olden days. How did he get his hands on that thing? It's a demi-immortal artifact, no less. Our people scramble to reinforce the formation, hoping to buy time. He sneers, promising to deal with us later. I mutter to myself that he's got another thing coming if he thinks he can trap us that easily. He wants to let the heavenly demon Saint Lord seize the undying divine tree. Well, I decide to turn his scheme against him. Time to show them what I'm made of. With the undying Sword Emperor around, I remind myself, this becomes a one-on-one fight. Someone yells, who goes there? I snatch the Demon-Suppression tower for myself, thinking, mine now. The intruder's face twists in disbelief. He mutters something about being controlled by Xing from outside. I chuckle, noting that beast brains really aren't that sharp. He growls that us humans are all bad news. He screams for me to let go, claiming that's his treasure. I smirk and say it's my Demon-Suppression tower now. He can't believe it. Then he calls out to Xing the Star Venerable. He admits the plan failed. He spits that Li Rixing got lucky today and orders a retreat. I remind myself I can't fall asleep now, no time for rest. My divine power is running out fast. I see the heavenly demon Saint Lord is still struggling. I've got to find a way to suppress him. I tell them to send a sound transmission if anything happens. They nod and confirm. The Saint Lord roars for Li Rixing to let him out. He threatens that the heavenly demon sacred land will retaliate. He claims 1,000,000 demon tribes will raise the Polar Star Palace. I analyze his internal energy. It's cycling wildly. Relying on instant kill sword energy alone won't break through it. I can only bank on the Azura technique. 1,000,000 demon tribes, huh? I shake my head. I tell him he won't live to see that day. My heart aches. This is taking a toll on me too. A voice in my head whispers to offer a sacrifice. It promises immense power in return. Damn that starlight. It's interfering. I warn myself not to lose faith. I'm told not to let my conviction waver. Someone demands an honest answer. The Saint Lord suddenly surrenders, begging for mercy. He offers to hand over his elixir and half his physical energy. He pleads to be released quickly. I tell him it's too late for begging. He slaughtered so many Polar Star Palace disciples. Their grievances won't be appeased easily. He cries out about 10,000 years of bitter cultivation. He can't accept this end. He swears he won't let me off easy either. I glance at the undying tree sapling and smirk. I wonder how long he can keep up his bravado. He scoffs, asking if I think the undying divine tree is so easy to destroy. I call him a foolish demon under my breath. The undying divine tree is destroyed, and I feel the shockwave. That was the very foundation of Polar Star Palace. Some disciples mutter whether there's any point in staying. They wonder where else they could go if they leave. I hear them asking each other desperately. Someone whispers that Lu Feixing has ties to the Buddhist sect. Given this disaster, they say he's probably long gone. He's not here now. They suspect he got wind of this early and fled before the trouble started. They admit they're not close to Lu Feixing. Would he even take them in? I know Lu Feixing harbors a deep grudge against Li Rixing. Leaving now would weaken Li Rixing, they reason. So they think Lu Feixing has no reason to refuse. They decide to contact him immediately. They plan to defect to the Buddhist sect. Betray the sect, essentially. The Jade Pure Dawnlight Hall members are plotting loudly. I note their schemes are quite audible. Someone mutters about soap, probably a nervous slip. I step in and ask if they've consulted my sword about this plan. I call out to the two hall masters leaving without saying goodbye. I ask who they're planning to run to. They accuse Li Rixing of spying on them. He says spying is beneath him. He'd already suspected their betrayal. Since they chose treachery, he's done being polite. He prepares to act. They panic, begging for mercy. They plead for their lives. They mention the sect's recent disaster and how they're short on manpower. They ask why not spare them. They offer to have restrictions planted in their bodies to prove their loyalty. Li Rixing says it's too late to beg for life. He coldly tells them to reincarnate into a better fate. They curse him as a demon. They claim he's the reason for the sect's destruction, that this disaster is all his fault. They insist the sect leader's seat should have been Lu Feixing's. I realize what they're implying. They accuse him of being a demon cult spy. They scream that he'll die a horrible death. Li Rixing admits he has grudges with Xing and the heavenly demon. But their attack, the root cause, was greed for the tree of immortality. Lu Feixing chose to flee when the sect was in danger. He doesn't even deserve to step foot in Polar Star Palace. And you all, who've been supported by the sect for years, though you did nothing wrong openly, you acted like traitors. The void cave heaven is expanding. It's gone from 40,000 feet to 55,000. I sense residual heavenly law fragments from immortal elixirs in their bodies. Li Rixing orders everyone who wants to live to drop their weapons. He tells them to kneel. From today, they're demoted to outer disciples. They'll help rebuild the halls. If they slack off, they'll lose their heads. He announces that these disciples betrayed the sect and are now demoted. He says the sect is in ruins but needs rebuilding. He calls for a discussion on how to proceed. The sect needs to be rebuilt from scratch. He asks for everyone's ideas now, with no clear leader at the top. Someone suggests recommending the White Tiger Hall's vice master. Li Rixing is a good choice for sect leader. Though the heavenly demon Saint Lord is dead, Xing's escape is still a lingering threat. He'll definitely come back after recovering, only if Vice Master Li breaks through to the heavenly immortal realm and suppresses all enemies. Can Polar Star Palace regain its former glory? Another voice echoes, same here. They agree Vice Master Li should be sect leader. I say I have no objections naturally, but someone argues that the demon and heavenly demon troubles were all caused by Li Rixing. If he becomes sect leader, what awaits Polar Star Palace? Will be endless war and bloodshed. They suggest letting Lu Feixing take the position instead. But someone retorts, where's Lu Feixing now? He can't share hardship. He only wants to reap the rewards. They shout, ridiculous, insolent. They demand the dissenter kneel and apologize to Vice Master Li. They brand him a bold spy, daring to spread lies in Polar Star Palace. As for the sect leader position, Li Rixing says he'll only act as interim. If any senior expert appears, he'll step down willingly. Of course, today's main topic is rebuilding the sect. He notes that defense without offense is no long-term plan. The sect's guardian beasts need to be raised too. Someone points out that the void demon Kuan has a massive appetite. Where will resources come from to feed it? Li Rixing says he's checked the cultivation room and alchemy/artifact ledgers. There are irregularities. The accounts need a full audit. Then he plans to build high-end pavilions and courtyards to develop commerce. Everyone says those are fine ideas, sect leader. The problem is Xing the Star Venerable has his eyes on us. Enemies are beyond the gate. We can't even go out. He tells everyone to use remaining resources to upgrade the Mountain Gate formation. He says he'll head to the Forbidden Land of Immortality to handle some matters. As for Xing, he says he'll figure out a way to inherit a sect. And there's that one shot, 999, kill Kuan. He laughs, saying the future looks bright. I think to myself, how can the undying tree possibly die? Demons are really naive. A voice calls out, little sect leaderly. They thank me profusely. They say they've absorbed the spirit stones I gave them and have recovered. I ask if they can help me open a void passage. They eagerly agree. I ask if the passage can be one way only. They say of course. They can even condense void spirit talismans, so I can open it multiple times. But they warn each talisman costs a lot of immortal energy. A single talisman requires a vat of immortal essence. I remind them I restored their energy to help, not haggle, not to make deals. I tell them to forge 10 void spirit talismans first. Otherwise, I'll hang you up and beat you, he threatens. I protest, sect leader, aren't you being a bit too harsh? I'm not even an adult yet. I whine, and this is how you treat me? I add, laying it on thick. He asks, deadpan, if you're not an adult, then how old do you have to be? I explain, puffing up a bit, I'm of the Void Kunpun clan. At our largest, we can exceed 100,000 zhong, I boast. I'm only 1,000 years old, I say, holding up a finger. I'm still a baby, I insist, trying to look innocent. I add, really small. At least I have to grow to 50,000 zhong before I'm considered an adult, I explain. He grins. Bro, are you trying to sweet-talk me? He relents. All right, no more training, he declares. I quickly add, but refining a void divine rune takes a ton of energy. 2 more, max, I bargain, holding up 2 fingers. If I do more, I'll pass out, I groan dramatically. He tosses me something. This is compensation. Help me open a void passage, he commands. Target, the 9-star mountain range to the north, he specifies. And don't cause any ripples, he warns. I assure him, relax. As a member of the Void Kunpun clan, opening passages is our specialty. No one will ever detect it, I promise confidently. I chirp, thanks Hajiki-kun. He looks confused. What does Hajiki-kun mean? I wink. It means I'm calling you cute. He blushes. I'm not that cute, he murmurs flattered. He addresses me formally. Li Rixing no. His Excellency Li Xing. This is the Holy Demon Sect, he announces. Sect leader, my myriad skills are good, I say, trying to sound impressive. But your attitude is a problem, the sect leader cuts in sharply. I am the sect leader of the Holy Demon Sect, he declares, his voice echoing with authority. You are the holy son of the Holy Demon Sect, he reminds me. You should bow when you see me, he instructs. I quickly bow. Disciple greets the sect leader. I look up, my expression turning serious. Sect leader, your disciple has run into some trouble. I hope the sect leader can resolve it, I plead. He waves a hand. Let's not talk about that now. You must have obtained the undying divine art by now, right? He asks, eyes narrowing. Hand it over, he demands. I can make you the deputy sect leader. In the future, you'll be the ruler of my holy demon sect, he promises grandly. He produces a scroll. This is the limitless heart demon art. This technique is perfect for you, he says, handing it over. I correct him. Sect leader, I want the undying divine tree, not this. Sect leader, even an immortal might not be able to uproot that tree, I exclaim. Unless we move the entire forbidden undying land, I theorize. He nods. Only by moving it could we take it away from the Polar Star Palace. I admit, the undying divine tree is still at the Polar Star Palace. I've made too many enemies, I confess, shaking my head. I can't get it out, I sigh. I hope the sect leader can help me get rid of Xing Immortal Sovereign, I request. He boasts, I can handle that for you. Xing Immortal Sovereign. He mutters, a plan forming. His Xing Island has plenty of good stuff, he notes greedily. If I go there now, he states, he'll definitely have to rush back to his lair. I advise him, sect leader, divided we are weak, united we are strong. Why don't we go together? I suggest, let's burn down Xing Immortal Sovereign's nest first and talk later, I propose. He throws his head back and laughs. Ha, well said. I calculate. Xing Island is 130 million li from here. We're relying entirely on your sect leader's 10,000 zhong demon ruler to shorten the trip, I note. He grunts. The spatial pressure in this tunnel is immense. Endure this section, and we'll arrive outside Xing Fortress, he assures. We emerge, and I spot a formation. This is the weak water formation, I identify. I glance around. His physical realm protection is pretty good. I smile slyly. He's defended from all sides. But he forgot to guard the seabed, I point out. He snorts. A petty trick. He begins to chant, power surging. Lawless demon realm. Lawless and unrestrained, he bellows. Follow me into the formation, now, he orders, and we move. I mutter to myself, heartless? More like inhuman. He declares, today, I will finally fulfill my word. We'll make Xing immortal sovereign taste the pain of losing his home, he vows. The sect leader booms at the defenders. I'll give you 10 breaths to kill yourselves. No weapons, he commands. No divine abilities, he adds. Or you'll be deemed lawless and unjust, he threatens. He cackles. Haha, suffer the torment of a burning soul for 100 years. Fall into my lawless and unjust realm, he invites darkly. You'll beg for death, but it won't come, he promises. You will exhaust your very soul within, he explains. Only when your lifespan ends will you truly disappear, he finishes. A cultivator screams, you demon. Another yells, I'll fight you to the death. The sect leader just sneers. Know your place. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The immortal sovereign appears, furious. Luo Wan Luo, I have no grievance with you. Why have you come to destroy my Xing island? He roars. The sect leader snorts. Ask yourself that. The immortal sovereign's eyes widen. It was you. You're asking for death. He spits, Li Qixi. The sect leader mocks him. With this little ability, you dare to question me? The immortal sovereign rages. Devil Luo Wan Luo. Li Rixing. I will not let you get away with this, he swears. He screams, my island. Demon Luo Wan Luo. I will make you die a horrible death, he curses. His disciple rushes up. Master, what happened? He spits. Demon Luo Wan Luo has slaughtered Xing Island. Return with me, he orders. On our way back, he commands. Kill any devil cultivators you see without mercy. The disciple bows. As you command, I flatter him. The sect leader's divine might is unmatched. Xing immortal sovereign, I murmur, thinking. The crisis of him leaving the Polar Star Palace is temporarily resolved, I note with relief. Xing has left the Polar Star Palace, I confirm. I caution him. Sect leader, the Xing immortal sovereign will likely come in person. We need to prepare, I advise. A massive figure descends. Luo Wan Luo. You dare to slaughter my Xing immortal island? He thunders. None of you will leave here alive, he roars. The sect leader steps forward. Xing. Today is your day of death, he declares simply. The immortal sovereign sneers. Mo Wan Luo, you dare invade my island. Don't blame my solar true scripture for being ruthless, he warns. I am from the Yi family of the void immortal realm, he boasts. Mo Wan Luo, just you wait, he threatens. I'll make your life worse than death, he vows. I think to myself, this Mo Wan Luo, he's actually stronger than Xing. I ask sect leader, this Yi family, is it the same Yi as Yi Wudi of the Starry Continent? I inquire. He confirms, Yi Wudi's reputation holds a lot of weight in the void immortal realm. Many big shots are wary of him. There's an opportunity here, he muses. I can take you to meet him someday, he offers. If he takes a liking to you, it'll be hugely beneficial when you enter the immortal realm, he explains. I bow. Thank you, sect leader. Truly, there is always a better man, and a higher heaven, I remark. Mo Wan Luo's strength is nearly heaven-defying, I note. It's not yet time to fall out with him, I decide. I ask, sect leader, what is the next plan? He says, I need to go to the void immortal realm to scout things out. I grumble internally, like I don't have people behind me too. He turns to me. Li Xing, you can return to the Polar Star Palace first. First, tame those high-ranking elders, he instructs. Then use your methods to make the Polar Star Palace completely merge into the Holy Demon Sect, he orders. I protest. Sect leader, those Taoist cultivators are all old fossils. Unless I kill every single one of them, there's no way they'll merge with us, I argue. He grunts. Fine. Then strip the Polar Star Palace of all its treasures and techniques. When the palace is left as an empty shell, just leave, he advises. Let those old fossils struggle to revive the sect themselves, he says dismissively. I smile mysteriously. Sect leader, I actually have a brilliant plan. One that can make the Polar Star Palace submit without bloodshed, I offer. He leans in, intrigued. What brilliant plan? Spit it out, he demands. I explain. If the sect leader wants the Polar Star Palace to merge with the Holy Demon Sect, you just need others to think the two great sects have already merged, I reveal. He nods. Over time, rumors will spread. Even if the Polar Star Palace wants to stand alone then, it will be impossible, he agrees. He asks, not bad, but what's the specific method? I counter, if the Polar Star Palace and the Holy Demon Sect have the same sect leader, what would people think? I ask. He looks at me, then back at himself. You want Li Xing to be the sect leader of the Holy Demon Sect? Then what about me? He asks, offended. Li Rixing quickly steps in. Li Xing would only temporarily take the position in name. Aren't you going to the void immortal realm? He asks. When you return, he says smoothly. Who would dare not recognize your authority? He considers it. Fine. I'll write a decree. You handle the rest, he says, handing it over. I think, baffled. One of you dared to propose it, and the other dared to agree. Did anyone think to ask me? I grouse internally. He commands us, you too, return quickly. I will depart for the void immortal realm now, he states. Li Rixing announces to the sect, by order of the sect leader Mo Wan Luo. The sect leader has matters to attend to in the void immortal realm, he reads. Li Xing, possessing both virtue and talent, is hereby ordered to act as the sect leader in his stead, he declares. Anyone who disobeys will be treated as a traitor, he warns. He turns to the crowd. I announce to all of you that our sect leader Li Xing will also concurrently lead the Polar Star Palace. From now on, disciples of both sects shall address each other as brothers and shall not fight, he orders. The disciples bow in unison. We pay respects to the sect leader. Another wave bows. We pay respects to the sect leader. I wave magnanimously. No need for such formalities. I add, I'd much rather be in the thick of battle. I flash a charming smile. This is really quite embarrassing. I puff out my chest. As expected, I am the undefeated one. I look around. Did anyone bother to ask me about any of this? He orders everyone to return to the sect at once. He announces he's heading to the void immortal realm himself. Someone enters with the Holy Demon Sect leader's decree. The sect leader, it seems, has urgent business elsewhere. The decree states that Li Xing of the void immortal realm is both virtuous and talented. It declares I am to be treated well in the position of sect leader. Anyone who dares to object will be branded a traitor and dealt with accordingly. A messenger steps forward to make an announcement to everyone present. He declares that Li Xing will also take control of the Polar Star Palace. From now on, disciples of both sects are to address each other as martial brothers. Fighting among ourselves is strictly forbidden. Everyone in the hall bows and pays their respects to the new sect leader. The chant echoes again as more disciples kneel. I wave a hand and tell them there's no need for such formality. I suppose this is still better than going back to fighting. I scratch my head and offer an awkward, well, this is a bit embarrassing. I can't help but smirk. Turns out, I really am invincible.